Right. And we are back with another Wednesday session of Survivors Tarnstead. We're going to start in our usual manner of introductions. First up, we have Blackheart as
Kirik Marsh.
We have Kronos as
RG Thal.
Hatden as
Tilda.
Marcus as
Corvus Adalas.
Sammy as
Gifton Brockgun.
Tobias as
Caspia P.S. Steelshot.
and we have me, Ali, as your friendly DM. Who would like to give us a recap?
I would.
Okay, take it away.
All right, at the beginning of last session, we teleported down to where Gifton had previously gone and cleansed the tunnel that had the bad trap that could have killed her. Upon starting to go down there, having ropes and everything attached to herself and giving a vague idea of what she was expecting as she went down, she realized that there was something glinting at the end of the tunnel. She thought there might have been a threat. She warned people that there might have been a threat. As she proceeded on, she found that the cavern was still as cleansed as it was from the previous time. The group then rejoined together, ran around stealthing around the remains of kind of the catastrophe that was Tarnstead. They checked around trying to see if there was any signs of anybody else having been there, having done anything. They could not find any. They did find signs of Barath soldiers having been through the area, presumably going after the Goliaths. Gifton did check to see how Thaldir's house was doing. It did look like the door had been busted in and had been it's in bad repair and been damaged badly. But the garden was seriously growing very well and kind of had a lot of blossoms going. They regrouped together with Denoran, started heading down, and then teleported over to the next location, causing everybody to lurch again. Upon getting there, there was a split in the path that they hadn't explored last time, and they started hearing sounds that they hadn't heard last time. Denoran bemoaned the fact that we weren't going to go down one path, and it was kind of like, oh, well, that's sad. But then somebody noticed a weird marking on the wall, because last time we didn't take our time going down, and so we didn't notice these things. And upon seeing the marking, we decided to go explore. We found a large cache of loot that was from apparently a bunch of people from Zahar, and they must have all died. We took all of their loot and claimed that we would go sell it. As we continued down the path, we ran into a purple worm who was sitting on her purple eggs, as you purple do. And after a brief discussion of whether or not to kill the purple worm and probably get a bunch of loot and stuff like that, Gifton and some others were kind of not interested in getting into a fight with a mom that was just sitting there watching her babies. The group continued on. We got towards the poisonous mushrooms. Corvus wanted to get a sample of these strange, mysterious mushrooms that had never been seen anywhere else in the world before, other than just here, as far as we knew, and wanted to get a sample because we knew that we had to cover our mouths so we didn't get inhaled with the spores and get drunk and whatever. And he went to go harvest them. When he went to harvest them, he did so accurately in a way that he was able to take a proper sample. Unfortunately, the defensive mechanism of these things also caused them to fill the entire area with spores, causing Kiris, Carrick, and Gifton to become very drunk. Gifton is a lightweight and then proceeded to try to take her mask off, try to sing, and things like that. The party tried to rush along to keep her going so that way they wouldn't be near the purple worms with a singing brownie. As they continued down into that, they ran into a bunch of these strange insectile creatures that attacked from the shadows. They did a lot of damage to Gifton, Cassie, and I forget who else all got hurt. I think Carrot got hurt, and some other people may have got hit. Big battle ensued, lots of awesome fighting. Pretty much almost everybody got a kill. I think Care stole someone's kill. And then we regrouped, continued back down. And when we got down there, we saw a little child version of Hea waiting for us. She was just kind of sitting right next to the thing where it would open up. And it was kind of weird because she wasn't waiting for us last time, but she was waiting for us this time. So Raz let her out. It was a sweet scene of talking with her for a little bit. Gifton went over, cleansed the wall, that like she had previously cleansed the other cavern. I can say tavern words without saying tavern, honest. And then she had a kind of a weird dream sequence where she saw Titania again, possibly heaven. And then when she came to, she did not have wings, and she was feeling really tired and really drained. The party then continued all the way back out. Hea was sad about the dead monsters that she encountered. She was pleased to see the the purple worm. She convinced the purple worm to drill us a hole straight to the surface so we'd have nearly as long of a walk. And then she conferred blessings to various people in the party after talking about having some of us go and deal with Scrim Hayasin. The party accepted the blessings, some a bit more reluctantly than others. And then some of us also got her extra special blessing, extra special with sprinkles blessing. And then she kindly teleported us off to Winden so that way we would not have to suffer through another one ride with Raziel, which I'm disappointed. I enjoy Raziel's rides. They're great. And then when we got teleported there, we started talking on the way back in. Carrick asked about buying more inks. We talked about where we were all going, what we were doing. RG brought up the fact that she's going to go ask Marissa to marry her. And yeah, and Denoran is kind of inviting himself to the wedding, also being invited to the wedding. And then Gifton had turned and asked or said that, oh yeah, we're going to have to meet with Lady Gentle because she wanted to meet with everybody. And said, oh, by the way, to Corvus, how long is it going to take for you to get rid of that tracker from her? And then Corvus, meanwhile, could not quite hear Gifton's words as this lumbering thing walking through the water, that it was not distilling the water, just lumbering tentacled monster was off in the distance that he could see, but only he could see. And that's where we faded out.
Okay, very nice. Take your inspiration.
Nom. This is mine.
Don't eat it.
And we pick up where we left off. Corvus.
No, doctor.
This great big lumbering form moving through the water without disturbing it, it looks like. You do not see any movement of waves or any disturbance that would suggest that its steps are being registered. It continues moving forward and just seems to fade from sight.
Corvus will watch it, and as it fades from sight, he'll kind of go to almost rub his eyes, but realize that's probably a bad idea. And then just lower his hand back down, clench the fist. Yes, that, sorry.
That tracker Lady Gentle put in you. When do you get that out? Yeah, you know about that, right? And she's just looking over at Denoran and Raz.
I just saw something, yes.
Okay.
The tracker will come out when she is confident that I have provided all the necessary information to our arrangements.
I'm still not sure about this arrangement in the first place, Raziel says.
Well, we gotta take some gambles.
Yes.
Well, thus far it has just been the translation of my father's tome.
I mean, she could have just as easily let them all die.
And he kind of looks at Raziel for a moment or two longer as he says his father's tome.
Raziel just, meets you at a glance briefly. Well.
But after that, I don't know what else she is requiring as far as information goes. It just depends on whatever she deems worth her time.
Well, I trust the judgment of you all, to varying extents, he says, with a fake smile.
Up until you had that last bit, I was going to tell you that was a mistake, but fair.
Yes. So, if you see it fit to continue dealing with her, I'm sure you'll do so safely.
We'll dance some lines with her.
Well, I suppose I should escort our kind captain back to his ship, and I'll start pushing forward that whole new settlement proposal.
Probably a good idea.
All right. Well, I hope to see the both of you sometime soon then.
Yes. Tried to stay in town for a few days at least. I think I can probably get you a meeting before then, but if you need to leave, you can. We're kind of... There's no immediate pressing matter right now.
meeting with whom?
With those you'd have to talk to about the settlement thing.
Ah, sorry.
I will make sure to stay until at least that period.
Kind of, wasn't
you
paying
kidding? You
attention.
kidding? I'm leaving town tonight. Can't get away fast enough, so I can give a grin.
I couldn't blame you if you did.
Are you kidding? You're gonna have a hard time getting me to leave Wyndon, I think.
Well, no matter where you go, remember, I'm not far away. Remember,
That
I'm not
seems
far
highly
away.
unlikely.
Oh, where did you get your furniture?
My furniture?
And it make the Diddy motion.
Ah, right, yes. There's a woodcarver. Please don't be insulted when I say this. They specialize in children's toys.
Okay, I'm rethinking my choices. Okay.
It's very hard to find someone that's used to working that small.
I mean, it's fitting.
Well, I figured Cassie's going to be busy, probably building an entire town here in a bit, so.
Well, if you're...
Cass kind of looks over.
Why does Vaz have tiny furniture?
Remember, he had it in his office, so that way I had something to sit on, so I didn't have to sit on the floor like I do everywhere else.
You sit on us most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but that's not really comfortable either.
Just saying, that's not the floor.
Well, if you are interested in inquiring more, it's a lovely halfling fella outside the city called Morrison. He's just beyond the... He sort of points vaguely the northwestern gate.
Mm-hmm. We might look over here. Maybe we'll look at something because we're gonna need our own little place, right?
Yeah, I mean, good furniture's good furniture, right?
little.
Whoever makes it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, if they do pretty good details, that's fine. We're gonna need 20 or so cribs. I wink and let him.
Oh yeah, 20 or so cribs. Yes, I don't think we're gonna be that active, dear.
Maybe Cassie, you can come and come with us to make sure we're getting good quality.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
In that case, I'll bid you farewell until our next meeting. And
Goodbye, sir.
and don't be strangers to me either, okay? I do enjoy your company, especially on grand adventures such as that.
Yes, I think we're gonna try and sell these various bits and bobs, and then how about we drop by your share? You trust us with that?
I trust you implicitly.
We do have the arrangement to have a nice sit-down drink with you and your crew.
Yes,
remember?
yes, indeed. And I trust you to get those items identified and treat me fairly in any deals.
Yes,
no,
and you're
I
gonna
do
handle
have-
that sphere, right?
Yes, I will handle that sphere. If it is what I think it is, then
Yeah.
you do not want to handle that sphere.
Yeah, you handle the sphere, and we're gonna give you the extra bags of holding. We don't need them.
Oh, that's very kind. I do have one small request.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they are probably collector's things, and I'm not really a collector myself, but they are mementos of my homeland. Would you mind if I took some small coin?
Of course. Here. How many do you want?
Just one of the gold. That would be lovely. That's
How
something
about one of
to-
each? One of the gold, one of the platinum, and one of the copper. That we have the set.
You do spoil me, but that would be quite
And
nice.
you know what? You should take this nice set of leather armor as well. I don't think it will. It's got such a beautiful styling to it. It'd just be a waste if
If you're quite sure.
Sounds good to me.
I have no use
problem
for
with
it.
that.
Then
Me either.
Thank you very much, my friends. I will remember this kind turn.
Of course. And I'm gonna give Denora a big hug.
And he will actually embrace you in return, and he'll look over at Raz and goes, "See how nicely that your fellows treat me? Such fine bottles of ale and such fine gifts."
Oh, did they get you some ale?
Oh yes, the finest. He stresses that word towards Raz. Such an age I have not seen.
Oh, I know that when he was at our end, he couldn't find the kind he liked. I was hoping they'd find it.
And Rez just has a very sort of dour, "You're shitting me" look. Yes, they are quite resourceful. I am well aware, Denoran. Yes, well,
It
good.
literally was just a pub down the street, but over in the piers.
It's so close as well, and finding it so close. So resourceful. Well,
I
just give you that entire conversation calmly looking off in a different direction.
You know, he was looking for and I kind of have that look of, no, I'm not going to bring that up.
this is squinting at you.
I'm suddenly thinking of, oh yeah, remember those brownies you didn't find, right? He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And Denoran is actually just, going to be, grabbed by the arm by Raziel.
And start being led away.
We are off. And Curious just sort of glances over a lot of you, giving a slow nod of her head.
Oh, Garrus, my cloth.
Yes, your cloth here.
Thank you.
No, thank you for the loan.
And I'll nod, and I'll wave them off, and wait with everybody to go into town.
Yeah.
What time of day is it again?
Probably evening, right?
Yeah, about evening.
Okay.
You're gonna run off to your girlfriend, aren't you?
Don't know what you talking about.
Just go, Carrick.
Just go. Let's go run off to your girlfriend. Would it be awkward if I asked to get help getting snuck into the tavern?
Why do you want to be snuck in?
Because I don't really want to have to try and come up with a good reason why I don't have wings right now.
Right. Okay. How about I carry you in there?
Okay. We'll take 3 off and acquiesce.
Yeah. And
Okay.
he will...
I guess I got to used to not having this on anyway. If we're gonna start,
Yeah.
I don't want to know what that does to kids.
Yeah, and frankly, I think it'd be a good example if we don't use them too much. Don't want them thinking that you can't get by as the real you.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to change yourself to, hug your friends. Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Listen, you give
Carrick's-
perfectly good hugs at this size.
Carrick's gonna
You're
bow
gonna
and
wait.
he's gonna.
Hey, Karen,
Sneak
can you, before you go, can you do me
Yes.
a favor?
Yes.
I have this really lovely crystal tell they gave me, and it's much too big for me to carry at this time. Do you think later with your jewelry tools you could make a smaller version of it for me, please?
Sure, I'll do that tomorrow. I've got some
And
stuff I've got
Do
to
you
do.
think you could actually get back sometime tonight to walk your damn dog? I don't
Yeah.
want to do it again.
What? Two.
We're not at the inn. We're outside town. He's taking up the Morgani temple.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It starts sounds like, well, why don't you just pick him up and take him with you?
Yeah, I should probably pick up Pharrell.
I'm sure Talia would love him.
Look of not always sure who does.
Also take your scarf with you, so you should tell your grandma that you're seeing somebody.
Has his sight been
Sure
questionable
that's
previously?
Safe yet, but I will actually grab some of my stuff.
Okay. Why don't you just go get your things? Because we know you're not staying with us tonight.
Now we can get the refund off of your room.
You're in that
You're
room.
in that
We
room
can't
too.
Sleep in the room.
I doubt we are going to get a refund for that room, given how much acid you have been making in there.
It was one night, and it was properly dispersed out the window into the atmosphere outside. Yes, it's still a little stinky. That's the fact of being an acid.
I mean,
Yes.
that is kind of a point in not making it in the room. But,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, no one's arguing what acid does.
Fine, I will make it on the front stoop then.
I do not think they will appreciate that in their
Sigrid can
entrance.
tell him what he can and can't
Oh.
do. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? We are not your parents, Corvus. I apologize. You do what you're gonna do. It's up to you and the person sleeping in the room with you to be upset about it.
We should also make sure someone knows that the Klopp's not around, because that might cause issues if someone suddenly thinks they're missing a
Gifton
horse.
looks actually momentarily sad. Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot Klopp's gone.
Club is not gone, just not here.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see him again.
Very,
Yeah,
very nicely put.
I mean, and I mean, he's with a goddess, so I mean, he's safer than probably all of us, right?
I mean, it's not hard to be safer than all of us. You've seen what we do.
You didn't make me feel any better when you said that.
I didn't say it to make people feel better. I said to put
Hey,
out the
check
truth.
out this cool wand I found in the stuff. You start playing a wand of conducting.
Ah,
Kind of case in point there.
That is a nice object. I have something similar.
We really should identify all of these before waving them about, dear.
No, I want to play with this. What do you think this potion does?
I have no
I
idea
would
how that
not
terrifies
recommend
me.
drinking.
What if
any
I drink this potion?
do you know which potion you are drinking? There are multiple ones that you have in your
Yeah,
hands.
that one.
There's 3 of this one, and there's 1 of this one.
Well, if you give them here, I can maybe help with that.
No, but what if I could find out, like, through smartness?
You see,
That is not
isn't drinking
drinking.
them.
The smart thing through it is not drinking it.
there's a
It
fake
is
glow on Claire's
understanding-
hands as if he's preparing to heal.
It is understanding the components and the reagents and coming with a conclusion of what actually went into it to make that product.
Oh, there's this other one, too. This one's green.
Oh my god.
No, I'm on the wrong side of the
That
company.
is
They
a
give
good
him have
color.
at do it.
I'm on the wrong side of this conversation. I like that. All right, we will look at
If
these
you-
later.
You know,
If
a
you would
better
prefer,
idea,
I could consume them.
a better idea would to drink all 4 of them at once and see what happens. That would be a grand
Don't
experiment.
tell her things like that.
I think I'm on the wrong side of the conversation again.
Bye, Garrick.
Well, we're all going back to the
And,
No,
tavern
go.
now.
No,
I
he's
need
got to
go
pick
the
stuff up.
Tavern.
yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
going to who can use the wand besides me?
I can.
I might be able to. I've never tried.
Corvus would make it.
Do you mean use the magic you use and hit people with it? Because I can do one of those.
Use the magic, not the
I can
hitting.
use the magic.
I've never tried that half. That might be possible.
I'm gonna
Here, let me leave it. Leave it with me. Leave it with me and Garrick.
I'm gonna reach.
Or
I'm
Karen.
gonna reach into the quiver and draw out that one. I would like it back tomorrow, please.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Okay.
How many charges does it have?
3.
I remember you saying that before.
You can use it 3. Oh, I'd only have 2 left today because I used the one for detect magic.
Mhm.
Or wait, did I or did you detect
I
magic?
didn't. I detected magic. So we
Okay,
saved
so it's got
charge,
all
we have
3 charge. I have a couple scrolls, and I've learned a couple tricks. I should be able to cast it a lot easier without that, but I still need it for detecting the magic.
I can actually cast with the scrolls too. I think so.
I have ritual casting now.
Oh, that's better than yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just
All right.
I still
All right.
I,
Well, but we will get this all figured out. But there's no rush to figure out what everything is. The main thing is we need to figure out where to sell the coins. And I'm assuming you want to keep one of each as well, right? And we probably want to give a set to Sun House. Keep the coins, right?
I would. I do not need to keep a set. The coins I've got are mainly because they're from Grandma, but yes, I think we should give a set.
Why don't we all keep a copper just to like commemorate that trip?
That'd be kind of cool.
That's
Oh,
actually
wait,
good,
could
yeah.
you make it into like a little necklace?
Do not deface the coins.
Oh,
Why not? If we're keeping them, we're not spending them.
Well, it's still something that you're not supposed to do.
Says who?
They're
oh.
old
We
enough, I
do
don't
many
think they
things
had
that
laws
we
on
are not
top of them.
supposed to do.
But
Yeah,
it's
it's kind
like
of our
this is ancient. This is
instance,
a hard
acid.
coin. Who the hell are we going to
That
be
is
upsetting?
not a law. It's based on weight and metal value.
On that note, Ali, would it be better to get an exchange of these or to actually scrap them down for their metal?
I have already told people in this call a few people
We know
that,
the value of them.
that if these coins are sold as a set to a very high-end collector, you will get immensely more than they are worth.
Yeah, and
How much can we move though until it becomes very
There will be,
bad?
as in, you guys will be finding one person who will not want to see these spread out and devaluing their rarity, but instead wants to own the largest collection available.
Great, we found a dragon.
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
I know it's not. I like the idea.
We found a shrewd businessman.
Your free knowledge roll for this is maybe Stenhouse will know who you could find for that.
Yes.
Well, we had already discussed that. So, no, I like
Is
the idea.
Is there any chance that tomorrow would be all right with everybody to just meet with Lady Gentle, because she just wanted to talk with everybody, like the entire group of us, like Cassie,
There's supposed to be a time.
Eric. No, I was gonna try and set one. I have a sending stone that goes shore. I can do that real quick. I pull out my sending stone.
Is it necessary?
It's not really necessary, but
It's a courtesy.
It's a courtesy thing to be nice. I mean, she did help you guys get over your poison, and you don't have to say anything you don't want to say, and you could leave at any point, I guess. But she would
be a good way
like
to
have a chance
try
to meet
and-
with everybody.
Maybe swear to our side in the long run.
It would be nice to ally her with us a bit more, but if you don't want to, you don't have to.
And I mean,
I will consider it.
I was about to say, and I mean, in the case of very least me, if they learn how to use the stuff I can do, they're all really hurting themselves anyhow. So, not really a huge asking off my back.
And others using your abilities.
Well, yeah.
As long as I know what time I should be there, although I'll
Well,
probably.
I was gonna say, do you want me to do this now while
Yes.
we're all together still? And then if because nobody has anything planned for tomorrow, right? Right now.
Not currently.
Just need to go pick up the stuff that.
Gifton, go ahead and ask.
Yeah.
All right. I'm taking out my sending stone to Lady Gentle. I'm going to activate it. Hello, Lady Gentle. The group is willing to meet with you tomorrow. Please pick a time and where you'd like us to meet. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you. You can reply to this message.
After about a minute, you get a reply back of, I'd be delighted to have you all at my estate for afternoon tea. If you meet me out front of the library, I will show you the way.
All right. Afternoon tea tomorrow outside the library. She's taking us to her estate for afternoon tea. Does that mean she doesn't live at the library? I guess not.
That would be the implication.
Yeah.
That, or she lives there but has
Do you think
alternate home.
Do you think Stenhouse and Roselle live at the tower?
Likely. I
In
lived
one of those
the
cases, likely, and the other, not so much.
I lived in the garrison, besides spending time with my father.
Yeah.
Though you were lower rank.
So you were
Yeah.
a soldier. They're officers.
I'd still have officer quarters.
They probably swanky digs, but yeah.
Hey, Carrick.
Yes.
Why don't you, on your way up to go see Talia, go swing by the tower and leave a message for Stenhouse that you with like a couple of those coins and ask if he can help you.
I can do that.
I have found the people out front to be quite trustworthy.
They are extremely nice.
They have been very nice every time you've been there. Carricks, I'm gonna rummage through and make sure I get one of each.
Yeah, put them in like a small pouch or something. I'd give you a small pouch, but it's a very small pouch.
I actually am carrying a couple pouches. So
I actually have spare pouches, but unfortunately they're brownie sized, so they're very small pouches.
yeah, I figure I can just get a new one tomorrow when I'm doing the rest of the shopping. So, okay. Hey, nothing bad.
All right,
Okay.
so I guess we're just heading in.
All right.
We're heading off.
Right, so you all head back to the tavern, and Sigrid greets you as you come in as if nothing's happened, because as far as she's concerned, you've just been out for the day. And Carrick, you have some excited yapping when you return. Someone is very happy to see you, which is shown by repeated teleports and bounces off of your chest.
I love this.
Gonna have to teach him before he gets older not to do that.
Yes, that would be a very bad thing for a full-grown crowd to do.
I mean, on the right side, he didn't make a puddle.
Yeah, he's getting better about that.
And Squiggles is as happy to see you all as Squiggles ever is.
I go over and give Squiggles a big hug and rub their carapace and get them some metal out to eat. And
This is a lot harder to do.
Yeah, Squiggles
without the
rather
rig.
big feeders now sort of wiggle around you.
Hey, it's just, Squiggles is one of those things that even though Squiggles is huge compared to Gifton, like Squiggles is also like kind of a lumbering, slow, sweet creature. So
A bulldog.
yeah, Gifton is showering affections on Squiggles because she loves Squiggles.
Squiggles.
Carrick, you are able to get your things collected up if you so wish, and make your way to Talia's.
Are you taking all your stuff with you?
Yes.
No. Why take it? Are you telling me to take everything? In other words,
Do you really want to come sleep in the place where you feel what we're doing through the walls constantly? We just got Haya blessings. What do you want to do?
yeah, I know, but I don't need to have like all my gear with
Corvus
me.
kinda-
Do you want to leave
Vardo
your
and stuff that
gear
could leave.
where that guy might be making more acid and
Like,
might
okay, we
possibly
change that.
cause
I'm
problems
taking
for
my
your
normal
gear?
stuff that I carry, but the stuff in the Vardo is staying.
No, take your stuff that you'd have up in the room. Leave the stuff in the Vardo because that's
Which by the way, when you guys do get back, Hoss is gone from stables.
What happened to Haas?
Oh man, so we only have 2 horses now.
I never. RG's just gonna go with any luck. I'll never find out.
Okay.
I paid him to get rid of it.
Oh.
We probably should pick up some horses tomorrow too, then, or soonish.
Telde, when Carrick
Yes.
says that, you do recall that in your briefings of joining the group and such, you are able to requisition a horse from the military.
I could requisition a horse myself, although if you would like 4, you might need
Still
another.
have to pick up another, probably.
I could see if they might have other options.
It's an idea.
I was going to head over there anyways.
Today, are you doing that tonight, or are you waiting till tomorrow?
How late is it at this point?
Early evening, I'd say about 7 p.m. maybe.
So just a little bit after, not that long after dinner.
Yeah.
I was going to see if I would be able to speak to some of my people at this time.
If you want to wait a couple minutes, let me grab my stuff. I'll walk with you.
Of course.
Kirk's going to grab the leash.
All right, well, two of you have
And the
a
rest of the
lovely
stuff.
evening. We'll be here. I'm gonna curl up with a book and my husband and rest. I feel so tired. I feel just like everything's just drained out of me.
Really
And just
did
like
exert yourself. That's-
really feels like everything's just like draining away.
Why don't we get you comfy? I'll give you a rub, and we can get some food and just have a nice, relaxing.
I have a really possibly naughty book that was lent to me that we can read.
Marvelous. Okay, and he's just going to guide you away from the rest of the group.
Suddenly bounding up the stairs.
RG really
There's
goes, I
dragons
never mind,
in
I'm
it.
gonna go see my grandpa. And she just get turned on, he'll be out the door.
Okay. So
Wunderbar.
they're sequestering themselves, leaving Corvus, Cassie, and oh wait, no, that's it. Corvus and Cassie, you're finally alone.
Make use of that secret Haya blessing.
Cass is going to bed.
You're gonna get an early night.
Wow. We get the 2 of you together
even
and
dinner
suddenly you go to
first?
bed. Wow.
Cass is just kind of done with the day.
Okay, right. So you forego any meal and such, and you just start, tromping upstairs, to your room. Corvus, you are now alone in the bar. There's actually quite a few people in here at this time. Some people are, folk come in just for a meal. Some are drinking. It's a bit noisy. Secret seems busy. There you are, just figuratively alone in the bar. And give me a perception check, please.
Okay. Character sheet. Where did you go?
just out of character warning, I am popping a Motrin, so.
Okay. Corvus, as you're sort of glancing around the bar, your eyes wander to one of the windows, and you see a form moving over it, like something great big leathery being dragged across it from the outside.
Corvus will go out the door.
You're gonna head out the door and sort of head around to the side to see that side of the building. Okay. As you do, you head on out, and what you see is a great big tentacle-like appendage just retracting around the building up into the air as if it was cold around. And that, your gaze follows it right up into the night sky, past cloud cover, where it vanishes as it draws up.
Okay, I'm back.
She's providing cover.
Huh.
Does not look like one of hairs, by the way.
Do they know that they are doing that? Or is it just transitional as they are? Via here as they are there and it's just a melding, or is they actually having an interaction? Do they know that that was a building? Because there's nothing in the other place. Corvus will stop his wandering and go to the Vardo and open up his little traveler's alchemy kit.
Okay, so you dig around through all of the immense woodwork and material and boxes that are still in that bloody Fardo. And you get out your alchemy kit.
Well, gotta start somewhere. And he will start figuring out crafting without color.
Okay, so you're going to spend some time just trying to discern what various ingredients are by do you want to use taste?
No, you use wafting smells. You don't really want to handle anything.
Place your nose next.
Yes.
During the experimentation, I want you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Oh yeah, fumes. That can't be harmful.
No, you waft it. You don't stick your head in the beaker and
Wafting can still be
inhale.
bad, so give me a roll.
It can still be bad, but it's not as bad.
No,
Six
but
finger,
it's
one
still
finger.
a cause and effect. Okay, Corvus.
18.
For a moment, smelling one of these things, you feel immensely lightheaded, and
All right.
you're like, okay, if I had inhaled that for a few moments more, I would probably be out for a few minutes.
With the kits, can I identify what that actually is?
Yes, and you can mark it off if you want.
That's what he will be doing.
Yes.
You're just going to be going through testing everything and making sure each is properly labeled. And
Are you finally actually putting labels on your bottles? Because you weren't doing that. Because you you did that other bottle that you specifically didn't label.
Right.
Except for doing the carving, you're actually going to put like little paper labels on these things now.
There's going to be little. I need to get some. I need to make. Oh.
I do have a funny feeling that characters should be gone to make electrical writing.
What?
I have a calligrapher's tools. I'm trained in calligraphy.
I don't want your fancy writing. I won't be able to read it.
What?
You just want to do symbols on shit anyway.
Yes.
You'll be able to read it.
It's
You do
all
really well.
curly
Immaculate handwriting.
and wiggles and
What, is
weird.
Corvus uneducated?
No, he just writes in capital letters.
God,
So
so,
you can
write
so
with a yell.
uneducated. Yeah. Okay. Right, you always spend your time doing that. Carrick and Telday.
Yes.
You make your way towards, down the main street. Actually, you got a couple of passes taking. Are you going to Telday? Are you going to stick with Carrick as he goes towards Talia's, or? And then go down up the street from there? Or are you going to go directly to us?
Was he going directly to Talia's?
I
or...
was going to be going directly to the keep.
Oh, you're going to the keep as
Yeah.
well. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
because
what I
I've got to
thought.
drop stuff off.
In that
the
case,
message
you-
for Tom.
You both head down the main road. City's active at this time still. You're able to get something to eat if you want, Carrick. There's a...
I'll hold off.
You hold off? Okay.
Yeah, I'll just make sure if she had dinner or not. So.
And as you approach the keep's gates, there's a familiar couple of guards there. One of them gives you both a little sort of wave. Business again?
Was actually hoping to pass a message to the High General.
Certainly, sir. What will it be?
Gonna pull out the pouch. Can you make sure he gets these? And I figure I would have had enough time to write a quick note when we were at the tavern. That's the word. Just saying we found more like these. If I could somehow get an appointment with you to talk about it, but these 3 are yours.
Okay. So you hand over the pouch and the note.
The notes in the pouch.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's all together.
I'll see this to him. And do you have a message as well, sir? It says, looking at you, Telde.
I was wondering if I may be able to meet with Nathaniel or any of the others of my people.
Well, but I suppose you go in and inquire, then, sir. And they'll just sort of move aside for you.
Thank you. Enjoy your evening, Carrick. I will see you tomorrow.
You also, Telde. Thank you.
And sir, says to you, Carrick.
Yes.
Where can our messenger find you if the High General has a reply? You still at the tavern?
Yeah, have it delivered there just to make it easy. They can, if I'm not there, they can get a hold of me.
Right, answer, sir.
Thank you. Have a wonderful evening, gentlemen.
And
I hear they enjoy it if you sing to them.
No. No. Please don't.
It is fine. I have another engagement to attend to. Thank
That
you for
is the one I meant.
The poor guards look a little confused, but they nod at you, Carrick, as Telde, you're sort of allowed through the check process real quick. Alright, Telde, you head into the keep, and you know the procedure of this. You go up to reception, make your inquiries, and eventually Captain Jensen will arrive coming downstairs, and he just nods at you as he walks down. Telde, you're wanting to see your people?
If possible.
Right, certainly. We're still trying to find comfortable accommodation. We've moved some of them above ground into some spare barracks we have, but a lot of them are still below. Any in particular you're wishing to see?
Nathaniel and Sailor, if possible.
Okay, they are still handling things below. They didn't want to, leave the rest, you know.
Understandable.
Come along then. I heard that you had had a talk with Nathaniel.
That is correct.
Oh, he seemed quite pleased about it. Have you had any more consideration about such things?
I have. I am still deciding, but I have responsibilities that must be followed.
That's the real. And you are led down into the underground complex, where you are led towards the floor that, does seem to be where the Warforged are kept. There's even some just sort of in the halls just chatting to each other. And
they look so much better now.
These are the ones that have adjusted best. They are getting slowly used to things, I suppose. We are trying to help them. and he actually goes up to the door and knocks quite politely on it. And you hear that, well, I was going to say familiar, you hear the intonation of that rather same style voice that is that most of the Warforged sports, but seems to be from Nathaniel. Is that, come in. And Jensen just sort of opens up the door for you. You got a visitor. Let's tell Day. I'll be around if you need me.
Thank you.
And he just nods and moves away as you enter.
So they will stride into the room
And Nathaniel quickly stands and comes up and basically reaches out and grasps your forearm in a sort of firm shake.
it is good to see you again.
And you, my friend, I am being quite busy, and he gestures over to a table where there are maps. They are asking me to decide on settlements for those that do not wish to integrate.
I do bear some level of news regarding the settlement I had mentioned.
Please, I would like to hear of it.
It appears that there is going to be an attempt at a meeting in the next few days with authorities. It is yet to be confirmed, but the General Rizal has promised to do so.
If we are to be offered a spot there, do you think that I could be included in this meeting?
Yes, I will ask if you may be included.
Good. Thank you, Tere.
I'm sure that as many people who wish to come will be welcome.
I think if you and yours are there, then it might be where most of us head. We are too far a greater number to all head there, of course, but I wonder how you would decide who gets to go and who doesn't.
It is a difficult decision. I must admit that I do not think I will stay.
No? You will not be there?
I will help establish the area, yes, especially to ensure that our people are initially settled, but
You will not call it home?
I do not think so. I need to go attend to other responsibilities first.
And what of when you have finished those?
I cannot say.
He just nods. Well, then I cannot say I'm happy to hear this, but I understand. It will be nice to see you while you help, at least.
I will try to bring back the others. It must be done.
He nods at you, and we both have responsibilities. I do not envy yours.
Nor I yours.
Any suggestions on how I choose? Who goes?
Talk to them, honestly.
And if more decide adamantly that they wish to go, then we can take.
I do not see why there would be any limit.
Something to bring up in the meeting, perhaps.
Indeed. Also, good to know if there are those with attachments to others.
That is something we
It
have
would be
been
best
trying
not to separate.
to figure out. It is hard to identify each other, but surely there must be. Whether it's buried by memory or by... And he just sort of gestures at the sort of face plating.
Even if the bonds are formed now, that is still a true bond.
This is true. I know Sailor appreciates my company.
That is the other thing that I wish to discuss.
Oh?
I know of a captain who may be willing to take Sailor, but he is of a more adventurous sort.
From Sailor's fake recollections, it sounds like he was an adventurous sort.
That may be a good fit. But that would mean separation.
Separation can be bad, but it does not have to be, if he finds a greater joy.
I am sure that the captain would look after him, or attempt to do his best.
This captain, does he call this place home?
I do not believe so, but I can check.
Would he
I
return
know
here?
he is from another land, but he will most certainly return here at times.
Then the separation need not be permanent. I suppose he could see if he enjoys it.
Yes, I'm sure that if he wishes to leave, that is something that could be worked out.
Then may Sailor meet this captain, and I would like to as well.
I will also attempt to arrange that.
Thank you, Tode. Is there anything I can do for you?
I would like to know more of our people. Can you introduce me to some?
Certainly, it would be a great joy to. And it would be a welcome break from this. He looks at the table again before he just sort of gestures out the door. And
Do not be surprised if you find wisdom in areas you would not have expected.
Why is it device itself?
I have found wisdom from those I would not have expected so far on this journey.
I will be sure to listen to all those that wish to speak. And he will start leading you around, and he will start introducing you to all men of Warforged, basically just, going over to whoever's out and about. Alright. And moving over to Carrick.
Yes.
I can't be the only one who's a bit of a stealth this in there. I found wisdom and
was not expected. Yeah. These triple fucks have said some good things. All right. Yes, Blackie, you head over to Terrier's, and the lights seem to be on. The chapel itself is closed up.
Gonna go knock on the door first.
And after a few moments, the door opens up, and a smile crosses Terrier's face as she sees you. She almost throws her arms around you before sort of pausing, looking briefly taken aback by the presence of Pharrell in your arms, who has refused to walk about half the way here.
Probably not also best that I just noticed I'm like almost half hit points.
So, and you also look pretty beat up and disheveled.
I at least would have cleaned up any blood, but yeah.
Yeah. Carrick? What happened? Come in. Oh, God, look at that cut.
It's not that bad.
And you are pulled in. And
catch the puppy as it tries to teleport.
Yeah. And the puppy actually stays in your arms. It is sniffing you out frantically, sort of looking around curiously at this new place. Sit down. I'll go get the healer's kit.
Don't worry about it. There, it just takes some time to heal up, I think.
Yes, that's how cuts work, but we need to make sure it's not infected or anything. And she will hurry off into the kitchen where you hear her rummaging about, and she come back with this very basic little kit.
She will find professionally medically tended to wounds that are going through a.
She doesn't know how to identify those.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, roughly take off these bandages that clearly aren't as good as what she.
I will point out I didn't have any medical work done to me after the battle.
After the battle, no. During, yes.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, the only healing I got was.
You healed me, I thought.
Yeah, you healed her.
Yeah.
The only healing I got was her letting me use
not heal Carrick.
I thought I did.
No, you healed me.
No, I was in a state of delirium.
Yeah,
you went to Cass and Gifton.
Yeah, you went to Cass and Gifton.
You were.
To be fair, Cass was the worst hurt. She did a ton of
I think
damage.
that's what I did.
It was me and then Cass for the worst hurt. And
Carrick
then
is definitely still rather beat up. So she forces you to sit down, and basically you start getting the stingy dabs as she cleans up these cuts.
Yeah. All Carrick got was my divine healing from my big foot thing. That's all he got. Was he did the hit points for that.
Did you get into a fight? What? Oh no, you didn't have a falling out with your friends, did you?
No. We had to go take. That's why we were gone. We had to take care of something, but it's all taken care of now.
Okay. Bandits, something like that?
Some monsters we had to take care of.
Oh. Hopefully, no one else is hurt, right?
No, I think everybody else got mostly tended to.
Kristen lost her wings.
I mean, we don't have any way of healing that.
And she's going to sort of keep cleaning up, and you can see her sort of glancing down at Pharrell, who is now starting to wiggle in your arms, wanting to explore.
The others thought I should probably take my puppy since I haven't been staying at the tavern.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, the cutie's welcome here, and she'll sort of lean down and scratch under his chin.
So I should warn you, he's not a normal dog.
I mean, they said he doesn't look like any dog I've seen before.
I'm out of character. My brain's going, throw a dog in air, and part of me goes, knowing the dog, it won't teleport.
I can
It's comedy.
It is basically a golden retriever puppy, so it might just fall like a rock.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make an animal. Try to do an animal handling check.
Okay.
Try to get it to teleport a little ways.
Okay. So you're trying to goad it to teleport, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you start trying to command him to teleport, and he's just going to sit there, sort of wagging his tail, looking up for you, head going to one side, tongue dangling out. And Talia's looking at you very, very worried, and she'll start checking your head over a bit more.
Yeah.
He's a blink dog. We saved him from some
Dog? What? You mean one of those fairy dogs?
Mm-hmm.
And she'll look at Pharaoh again. He doesn't look like a fairy.
No, they don't look that different than other dogs. It's just what they can do. So if he suddenly disappears and appears someplace else, don't be worried.
Okay. She says, still not 100% certain. But she sort of checks through your hair, making sure there's no other hidden sort of cuts.
Carrick, you should totally get some of the meat that you bought for her kitchen and use that to goad your dog.
God.
And
I don't even know if that'll work with.
She'll just apply
Food always helps.
some small bandages over particularly bad cuts.
Thank you. Did you have dinner already?
Yeah, I had something. I can make you something. No, if you're hungry.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, I can come help you.
Okay. What about your dog?
There should be some extra meat that I picked up. You should be good with that.
And I'll sort of continue staring at you, happy wagging. As you head off into the kitchen with Talia, he will sort of bound along beside you, and you'll feel that sort of as he grabs your pant leg and starts trying to tug.
I think he's trying to get me to go someplace. I'm gonna see where he tries to get me to go.
In circles, basically.
Okay, yeah.
He's just trying to play.
Okay, I was like, this.
Play with your dog, boy.
He's leading us somewhere, Carrick says, going around the room.
Knowing the time I don't do that is when the dog actually will be trying to do something intelligent.
Sorry, understands comedy.
He's a little puppy right now. He's basically an infant. All he wants is Papa's attention.
And
gonna go get him his food first.
Okay, so you go cut off some meat for him, yeah. Yeah, we feed dogs so well in this time. Okay.
Gonna toss some up in the air to him.
Okay. He watches it go up, and then you see him starting to like lean back, raising up on his hind legs a bit, and then that tilting continues, and then there's a sort of flailing puppy as he flops onto his back, and the meat lands on his belly.
There you go. Perfect, Stefan.
Okay, my notes are just putting.
Aww.
Varel is trying
To show you up.
so hard.
And as he sort of scrambles about trying to right himself, grabbing up the meat as he does, Talia leans down to pet him, and it's like, oh, isn't he adorable?
He is.
And as she stands up to start, going about cooking, you see Pharrell then teleports a few feet, playing with the meat behind her.
Not even gonna try. I mean, I have full.
No, I don't have 9 more, just like him.
You just need to get enough Blink Dog.
No, because I'll be trying to handle. Basically, every place that a pseudo dragon goes, a Blink Dog puppy will go. Think about how many of those you'll end up with.
Now, was there anything in particular you wanted to bring up with Talia?
So, Talia, I have a question kind of for you. We're... Oh my god. Gifton. We're supposed to be... Our group's supposed to be having a meeting later this week. We're gonna be helping them start a new settlement down where Tarnstead used to be. I figure you've got the temple here to take care of, but I was hoping maybe there might be a chance you'd want to go with us. With me?
She looks surprised. And you see a sort of look of concern crossing her face as she falls silent. I mean, I'd really like to go with you. I would, but my father's... what if he comes back and I'm not here, And I can't just... And she sort of glances, in the direction that the temple is next door. I really have to think about that, Carrick.
I understand.
I do want to be with you. It's just I've got responsibility here.
Pretty sure. Yep. I understand.
And she'll actually pull you into a tight hug.
Can I hug her back?
Oh, well, we'll see how it goes.
Yes. Yeah. We don't even know how it's even going to work out yet. So.
I mean,
I didn't. No.
Do you know where it's going to be?
Did we actually discuss it being on Old Tarnstead or just near?
It said near Tarnstead. We didn't say on.
Near where Tarnstead was, kind of to take over its position down there.
That's pretty far.
It is.
We could make that work still, right?
Of course.
And she'll smile faintly, and she'll basically help you serve up some dinner. She's not going to have anything much herself, but she'll join you in a little nibble. Pharrell will continue to be an absolute embarrassment to you, and seems to be refusing to teleport in front of her.
Cheeky little son of a bitch.
And any further prompt from you actually seem to be making the game more fun for him. Yeah, intelligent creatures, little shits.
I mean, there's the quick and easy way of out the window.
If he has any
Sure, you won't look like an
understanding of,
abusive pet owner.
if he has any understanding of timing, he will hit that ground and hit it proud.
Yeah. You see, there's the problems with that idea too. There's reasons it hasn't been done yet.
Right, Talia, we'll invite you to spend the night again.
I will happily accept that
Okay.
invitation.
And let's see, you can settle down with her for the night. Telde, are you going to head back after meeting Warforged, or are you going to stay there?
No, didn't want to unmute on me. Okay, I will actually head to Denoran's ship.
Okay, you'll head to the Northern ship next. RG, you're just going to go spend a nice night with your grandpa?
Yeah, grandpa, my aunt's not.
You are also invited to stay, if you so wish.
We'll accept them.
Okay, you will get to stay the night there. They will set you up in a nice room, and you can spend the evening with them. They'll even fix you up something to eat. But Gifton and Care, you're going to spend the night giggling into each other with a book?
We're gonna giggle and read this book about this dragon romance that apparently Lady Gentle gave us.
It's very sweet. Some of it's a little cringy and comical in how overboard it goes. But
yes, but we are going to enjoy the heck out of this book tonight.
Care in particular seems to have a hard time keeping a straight face for some of it.
We have a good time reading it. It's an enjoyable read for both of us, and I'm going to be leaning on him a lot because I'm really tired.
Yeah, and he'll sort of hold you tightly, and he seems concerned about you, but he figures some rest will do.
Mm-hmm.
And he just gives you a nice shoulder rub and everything. And Cass.
Yes.
You are dreaming of bread rolls. It's like they're dancing around in your sleep.
Chasing you over a hill.
Yeah, teasingly out of reach, enticing you with their soft smell. Oh, look, they're so yummy looking, but they're so out of reach.
Is Cass going to eat her pillow?
Yeah, you're going to eat your pillow. Alright, Corvus.
Yes.
Eventually, your nose isn't going to keep up with this. Like, it's starting to feel a bit singed, a bit burny. There's just too many fumes. You're having trouble distinguishing them now. You might have to finish this up tomorrow.
Need some fresh air. I will walk back out.
Okay. Right, you'll head on out and just taking night air. You can't help but catch your eyes wandering about, trying to catch things that you don't want to be there, but might. But you don't see anything else. Other than this strange, washed out blurs. It's like your vision seems decent enough out to, a fair distance down the street, but beyond that, things start melding together.
You will actually take a walk around the city. You'll want to look at a couple places of note, just to get an ideas of things, his own curiosities of what he would be able to see, what he does see now.
Okay.
He will go to the temples that he knows about. So the Ilan Temple, I guess the Miras Temple. Don't think he knows about the Orlan Temple.
As you're heading about,
walk past the library.
Yeah. You spoke about, and everything seems fairly normal with grayscale. When you visit that Ilan Temple, though, you see a couple of people coming out. Seems like there's whoever's in charge here was just seeing somebody late at night. And when the priest steps out, there is a very strange image. It's like you can see the person, but there's also this strange bestial impression almost surrounding them, as if there is another form shimmering in the same spot. And it looks an awful lot wolf-like.
Oh.
And
Yes.
There's no real common knowledge of lichens.
I mean,
Oh, that's that guy that had that cool name that sounds like he was a werewolf.
and lichens are known, but in the same sense of how they were supposed to be known in peasantry, as in they are a thing that is off scary, superstition.
Scary, yeah, superstitious. Yeah. Okay.
And he sees you looking at him, and he just gives you a sort of a small smile and a little wave before heading back into his temple.
Can I ask something out of curiosity?
Mm-hmm.
How did Gifted and Care look to him with those new eyes?
You look like you.
Okay.
Well, the only thing that was kind of stand out was the blazing sun of Raz.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tao Day.
Tao Day looks like Tao Day.
Just a suit of armor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, he would just continue his walkabout till he realizes he should go to bed.
Okay, so you head back to the tavern, and Sigrid actually sort of grumbles at you a bit for coming in so late, but you head up to bed, and you're able to get some sleep, whether it's restful or not. It's up to you. Tell Day.
Okay. Yeah, well, go ahead.
Yeah. You head on down to Denoran's ship.
Mm-hmm.
The deck is fairly empty, apart from a couple of hands that just seem to be on watch. A human fella, just sort of dark-skinned, chatting away with someone that looks to be an elf, although a bit shorter and actually kind of like Argy. It looks to be of the wooded elf variety, chatting away with each other. And when you approach, one of them acknowledges you. You got business with Capt?
If he does not need to be roused, if he is sleeping, I can come back another time.
Oh, yeah, you don't sleep that much. I'll go tell him you're here.
That would be appreciated.
And he heads on over to the captain's cabin. And after a moment, Denoran sort of walks up to the rails, leans over at him, and smiles down at you. Tell Day, come aboard, please.
Yes, it has been so long.
Yes, my heart has ached to see you again ever since our long departure.
We'll head up.
I must say, I am surprised to see you alone.
I had business that I wished to discuss with you that, well, did not require the others.
Oh, curious. Okay, what is your business, my friend?
I believe I had mentioned that there was another who was seeking time out.
Yes. You were pondering maybe me taking on one of yours, yes?
Yes.
Well, I mean, the invitation is open if he knows how to sail and does not mind hard work.
It is unclear to what extent he may remember the actual process of sailing, but I am certain that he would attempt his best to catch up quickly and assist as possible.
Oh, then perhaps I can offer him a trial run. We will be setting sail for Hexenreich in a few days, and, well, if he is willing to come along on the journey and do as best work as he can, I can try and teach him things he does not remember.
That would be appreciated, although there is one more condition first.
Oh, a condition. Okay.
Our people have a representative at the moment, and has quite a protective attitude towards the one we call Sailor. He would like to meet you first.
I don't believe I have ever been interviewed or judged to take somebody on my ship before.
Is this a problem?
No, more an amusement, I have to say. Life doesn't have a way of throwing new things at you. Well, yes.
I do believe he just worries and would like assurance personally.
Well, if your onward is not good enough, then tell him to come by, and I will show him what a good character I am and how safe his friend will be with me.
Of course. Thank you.
Of course. Having to meet someone to take someone on my ship. Okay. Well, is that all, Teddy?
That is all, yes. Thank you.
Okay, well, I will see you around, my friend. And he walks off, actually starting to laugh quite loudly to himself.
Insert light cock of head.
Yep. Hey!
And kind of a shrug, and we'll walk away.
Yep.
Thank the people who were there to initially screen visitors.
They give you a sort of, okay, sort of just watching their captain leave as well.
And I'll head back to the tavern.
Okay, you head on back to the tavern. When you get there, most people seem preoccupied. People either asleep or busying themselves. And do you wish to rest or communicate with somebody?
I think Corvus went back to his room after hanging out in the Vardo.
Yep.
Cassie already went to sleep. I'm definitely not going to deal with the brownies right now. So I'm going to go back up to the hallway, but this time slightly further away from Gifton and Care's room for no reason whatsoever.
Okay, cool. All right,
Because we threatened that we're not practicing anymore?
I imagine so.
No reason whatsoever.
It's not happening tonight anyway. I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Totally doesn't know that. Totally fears. Okay. All right. In that case, you sort of set yourself up to air quote rest. The night passes by until Carrick. You're asleep with Talia. But you hear something that stirs you briefly. It sounds like a creaking of floorboards.
Inside, I'm guessing. But
no, it's the floorboards outside the window.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't actually know the house layout.
Yeah.
Is it multi? I'm guessing it's. I know it's multiple layers.
There's 2 floors. The ground and then the second floor.
What is down on the second floor? I'm guessing living room, kitchen.
The ground floor contains the living room and the kitchen. Going up to the second, because it's a fairly small little house. It does seem to be a couple of bedrooms and a little storage room.
Am I able to act? How tied up am I, so to speak?
There's a wing draped over you, but that's about it. Talia is a very splay sleeper.
Can I
wouldn't know what that's like.
Is Varel within 10 feet?
Yes. In fact, you can sense Varel sleeping very peacefully beside your bed.
Okay.
And your sight goes out to 10 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you hear that creaking, and then something starts to come into that range. Just that vague hint of a leg followed by body, humanoid.
Okay.
Very close in the room.
Of 120.
Yeah. So you're gonna open up your eyes and look.
Yes.
Okay. As you open up your eyes, are you trying to? You just doing this outright? You know, you're gonna move your head up, or are you just trying to be sneaky about it?
I'm gonna try to be sneaky because I don't know what's going on. So
go ahead and give me a. Actually, well, even though it doesn't use your hands, I'm gonna call this a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Is it fan normal?
Yes, normal. Actually, no, advantage because it is very, very dark.
I don't think I need advantage.
Okay, yeah, very good. Right, so you do this without seeming to stir. What you see is a figure, seems to be average height, maybe about 5'8" or so, wearing what looks like to be the tatters of robes, holding a knife, and it seems almost gaunt, unhealthily so. And there are cuts all over it. And as your sort of sight wanders up the figure to its face, the lips are gone, just showing teeth, as if they were cut away. And there are no eyes, just bloody sockets. And it is holding a rather large blade. Okay.
I'm only doing level 1 because he's not doing anything other than instinct. So, 15.
Alright, so 50 points damage. So you basically send these pulses of magical energy out, quickly flinging inside the covers, pointing your arm out towards it.
Talking because there's a verbal. So
yeah. As this rather.
Are you gonna shove Telly out of the way so she doesn't get stabbed?
It's the next step.
Yeah, as this goes off, suddenly Telia is letting out an alarmed cry. Pharrell is stirring and barking, and these bolts hit this figure in the chest as it tries to lunge forward, and it is just tossed backwards by the force of these, sort of right into a wardrobe.
What color are your magic missiles?
Good question. Banana. Probably kind of greenish yellow.
As far as Corvus is concerned, they're white.
I'm saying that in the dark of night, there is this explosion of magical bolts
kind
of energy that bloom a color off of the windows and the surrounding
I'm
area.
pretty sure most of my spells are kind of themed in the acid range.
Yeah. And as these bolts of energy toss it back, illuminating it, it gives you enough light for your vision to actually see clearly the colours now, which were black and grey with your dark sight vision. Those are definitely Morgani robes.
Is it moving still?
Yes, it is sort of slumped against this wardrobe, basically sitting, legs splayed out, still holding the knife but not getting up, head lolling a bit. As
Damn, I wish I would have cast alarm now because I have that ritual. I would have kept my stuff up here, probably really close. I'm gonna grab my staff.
Okay. You grab your staff. Talia's sort of screaming what's happening, what's going on, and she has dark vision as well.
Yep.
And as she sort of looks over at this something, you hear her go, "Dad?" And then she starts to scream. As this eyeless figure, its head sort of stares at her, and then slowly turns to you. Yes. I just wanted to show her the truth. Okay.
And though that is
What's the DC on that?
Actually, good quick question, because I just thought of the fact of I don't know off the top of my head if they use mine.
Roll it. If it's low enough, we're going to assume. Okay, yeah, that's a 6. I think.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, you are able to paralyze this for a minute, and it is disconcerting. It's like it is still grinning at you for the fact that you see his teeth, its lips cut away.
Since I've got a moment real quick, Arcana to figure out this or something else. Figure out what this is. If it's obviously it's not human anymore, but
you don't have to roll. It's definitely human. Very mutilated human. Looks like a human that hasn't eaten in a few weeks. hair starting to fall away a bit. Some of the nails on its hands gone, but it looks like it is a human, just a very, very messed up human.
Oh, I'm gonna say one thing just for effects. It doesn't affect undead.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was figuring this was. So, that's not good. Sorry, second monitor that has all the stuff just turned off.
Don't do that.
Yeah, no, I unfortunately put something down, brushed it. The truth. Okay, I'm not sure what to do here. Is the problem?
Talia's still screaming.
I'm gonna kind of gather up Talia and this is where we do the best I can with Pharrell, and we're gonna.
Pharrell is staying very close to you. It's like staying by your feet, trying to look like it's being brave and protective, but keeps scooting back when you move.
I'm gonna get out of the room. Or at least get Talia out of the room.
Yeah, she is easy-ish to move for you. She doesn't seem to want to move, but you can guide her out. She doesn't seem to want to go near her father. She seems pretty hysterical.
Don't have strong emotions.
Where's the bird when you need
You might want to use wall of force to circle him in, because that'll hold him better, and then you can send her to go get somebody. Because
what is the time limit on all force? 10 minutes.
it's 10 minutes. It's way better than 1 minute.
Let's see how well people stay. Shit, Cass has the radio box. Damn it. He's gonna try it. I'm gonna tell you.
What's wrong? That's not it. It can't be him. What?
I don't know. You need to go. How far do I think it is from here to the tavern?
Oh, that's a good.
That's over 10 minutes.
Have her get guards. Don't have her run all the way. It's a long way.
Tell you, go get some of the guards. I'll keep it here.
Palace is closer.
Just go get some guards.
She nods and she sort of very shakily stumbles away, almost tripping as she sort of starts to run from the house.
I'm gonna
wall of force that in.
Yeah, I'm going back in. And I'm just gonna wall of force it because I forgot that it makes saves every turn.
Yeah. So you
wall of force is safer.
How big a wall of force? Are you gonna do this as tight as possible, or?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm also grabbing the radio and seeing if I can get anyone on our end.
Can you take the? Did you? I missed. Did you get the knife off of it? Because I'd say take the knife off of it before you wall of force it in.
Actually, good point. Yeah. Grab the knife away while it's still paralyzed, and then.
Now the problem with that still paralyzed part. As you reach for the knife, it suddenly reaches out to grab you. And that knife is lunging towards you.
I think you're getting hit.
Does a 6 hit you?
No.
Okay, so you're able to easily. Doesn't even come near you.
I'm going to make a roll to try to disarm it. I guess it's an attack.
Let's see.
It's in our revised
action disarm. Yep, just do a weapon attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my. How am I gonna do this?
Weapon attack versus their strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics check.
I'm gonna use my iron dagger one just because that way it doesn't use the strength because I don't think I have the glove. I wouldn't sleep with the gauntlets on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, actually, no, that one won't work because that has the strength. So I'm gonna use my short bow attack.
You're putting it short bow?
No, I'm using that for the roll.
Okay.
because that uses the dex. Because
Okay, same roll for him. Okay, it actually holds on fairly well, but you are able to knock it out of its hand.
and then
Back up and wall of force it in.
Right.
And you already know all of force if I'm hitting the button anyways.
As you're putting up this wall of force, you can actually hear Telia outside screaming for guards as she heads down the street. And
How many times can you do that? It's 10 minutes.
I can do that 2 more times,
Okay.
and possibly
I-
one more after that.
I don't think in any of our worst moments, I don't think it'll take any of us 30 minutes to get there.
Well, that's the bigger problem is I don't know, the person with the radio box is asleep.
You could call on it anyway.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm grabbing the radio and I'm using it.
all right, as you're sort of grabbing up the radio, you can see the figure standing up in this wall of force, just sort of brushing its hands against it, curiously almost, and releasing into the radio.
I don't know if anyone can hear it. We've got a problem at Telia's. If someone can make it here now, that would be really appreciated.
All right. Who had the radio last?
Cass.
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 Yep, yeah.
All right, Cass, it is in your room. You are the only one in there. You can make. What's your passive perception?
16, I believe.
16.
Remember, she's pillow eating.
I will say one thing.
Mhm.
Actually, more of a question: does radio take volume? Like, if I'm yelling into this, is this gonna
Yes.
reflect this? Because this will be yelling.
Yeah, it will reflect it. Okay. We're going to do that.
I need to learn to cast spells through this. I need to learn.
Thaumaturgy.
Okay, Cass, you are stirred, and Telday, you can hear some strange noise coming from Cass's room. Sort of muffled voice. It's definitely not hers. Almost electronic.
I'm immediately going to move to her door and knock on her door. Is there an issue in there?
Imagine Telday just barely knocked it.
So, Cass, you are being stirred by thump, 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 and is anyone in there? Kind of.
Cass is shaking, looking at the door, looking at the muffled sound, going for the muffled sound first. She wants to make sure she didn't accidentally roll over on someone.
Nope, no one there.
The strange talkie box.
Cass,
As Cass is stirring, Carrick.
Yes.
The head sort of just tilts a bit, looking over at you, and you can hear this strange speech, which is awfully clear for the fact it doesn't have lips to enunciate with. It's going, I was trying to save her.
From what?
This. And its hands just sort of gesture around it. But the truth will find her. And it will find you eventually. And you will see the true joy. The true beauty. And you will find salvation.
In what?
Escape from this false life. The true heaven.
Is this from Morgani?
She hears, she calls, and we will answer. And it actually drops to its knees as if praying. And as it sort of, holds its hands up in that very typical prayer gesture, it suddenly starts shoving its own, hands clasped together, bringing its wrists back against its own chest incredibly hard. And you can swear you hear
Right,
an
he's gonna rip his own.
audible crack.
He's gonna rip his own heart out for you.
And again. Yes, yeah, you're able to roll out of bed and get to the radio. Telday's at the door.
What?
The radio's going, well, it's kind of dead air. You can hear some vaguely muffled voice over it right now.
Cass is grabbing the radio. What's going on?
Does that actually go? Is that
Yep.
a broadcast at all?
Broadcasting back.
Okay, directly. Cass, please, if you or whoever else you had to tell you, please, there's a situation here.
Cass
Is
now
there an
wide awake,
issue?
Right. Cass is actually going to throw open the door, and Cass is not wearing anything. Looks at Telday. Morgana Temple now.
I'm sorry.
Would you
That's
like
the
to
best
wear
thing.
something first?
Go, Telday.
I can take you with me.
I need to get dressed. Go. They need help immediately.
Wake the others.
I am. Go.
Have
And
have
Cass
I
is going to go grab her clothes, put them on, bang on the brownie door.
Harvest's door's next door.
Brownie door.
Is it possible to cast sending while moving?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cast sending at RG at this point.
Thank you.
Right,
Yeah,
if
and
you want to compose your words, Gifton, you do hear this. You're very groggy, you're very tired, but you hear sort of thumping on your door. Hell, at this point, there's enough commotion going on, Corvus. You can sort of hear this in the hallway.
Corvus very slowly moves his way to the door.
And Carrick,
yes.
that thumping and cracking gives way to a horribly wet sound as his wrists, sort of bending back from his hands, seem to sink into his own chest. And then he pushes his hands back in there as well. And there's a horrible sight of him pulling open his own chest cavity with a seemingly inhuman degree of strength now, which he did not have that when you were trying to disarm him.
Have I ever heard or seen anything? Oh, obviously, I haven't seen anything like this, but have I ever heard of anything like this?
No.
Okay.
And he just reaches in, and there's that horrible noise of muscle and flesh being torn aside. And as he sort of unfurls his arm towards you, that cut grin on his face, staring up at you, eyeless, holding out his own heart. A gift. And then he just sort of slumps over on his side.
I'm not letting the wall down. I am, though. Actually, I can't really leave here because I don't trust that he can't do something.
You do hear the thumping of metal boots outside, armoured figures coming down the street.
Catherine, you killed her mom or her dad. You better run.
He's under the wolf force holding his own heart.
Okay, that's your message, Today.
mm-hmm.
I'm assuming, given I'm trancing, that would just pretty much instantly kind of rouse me awake.
I mean, whether you were sleeping or trancing, it'll come through and rouse you awake. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Regardless, just basically she's upright, and the only thing she sends back is on my way.
I'm gonna keep an eye on him because I don't want to get close enough to find out if he's alive or not right now, or close to that. I'm gonna do a circle around and try to find that knife now.
Okay. You can. Or it slid almost under the wardrobe, but you can see the handle poking out.
Is it? I'm gonna kind of, with my foot, kind of bring it out. Is it look anything unusual, or just looks
No,
like
it actually looks really familiar. It looks like from one of the kitchen knives from downstairs.
Is there any blood leading into the room? Oh, I don't have light source on me, so I can't tell that. Well, I could have a light.
The rest of you sort of rousing, starting to head your way over.
Shit.
Yeah.
I don't know where Telia's place is, do I?
You've never been to the Morgani Temple because you never went through that timeline.
Yeah. And
yeah, because
I'm not sure I was there in any timeline.
yeah, Morgani in the first timeline, nobody other than me really was there.
Yeah, no one's been to Talia's
But
place.
since then, there has.
We have had people buy Talia's place in the other timeline, but that was because specifically you guys used Talia to get to the ambassador of Hexenreich's place.
Oh, yeah,
and that was
right.
Corvus, and Corvus went with Carrick,
Carrick.
but it was, and Cassie's been by there because she's been to the bread place.
Yep.
But everybody else hasn't, because me and RG and Cassie had previously been at the other place, I think.
No, we would have passed because we went down this road, we turned on the Morgani Temple, and then we went down this road into the square to where the two ambassadors were. Now
I think that we know that, but we don't.
And some of you will have actually passed the Morgani Temple. Your ride out on Klopp Gifton would have taken you past there.
And we would have taken a different route to get to the keep.
Yeah, most of the time you guys headed to the keep would have been up to the main. Yeah.
Through that road. Out of curiosity, what road did we take out with Raziel? Wasn't it through this gate?
You guys.
Where was that gate?
Okay.
Yeah, you guys went out this gate with Raz.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think ironically, I don't think you've been by it, Telde.
I think of all the people, I think Telde hasn't. I think everybody else may have at some adventure.
Great, the one person with dimensions.
So, just as
Telde.
Telde's about to leave the building, he stops, turns around, and rushes back up the stairs to whatever room door is open or wherever Cass is.
Probably most of them by this point.
Yeah.
He goes,
Loaded up.
I do not know where I am going.
North of the palace on the main road, heading towards out of town.
Now.
I can take one with me if they can tell me exactly where.
I'm gonna flex my hands really quick. Can I make any lay on hands appear?
No.
Take care.
Keen mind, a month's time I would have walked past this place. Is that still up?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Telde, it is up the street, past the palace on the main street, going to the northeastern gate. It is at the corner to the road to the citadel.
Do you want to roll to try and give an approximate distance?
He is going to do that.
Just give me an intelligence roll with advantage because of keen mind. You remember it all exactly. You just don't. You never took measurements of the street, Yeah. So.
Telde, if you remember where the north side of the palace courtyard is,
Corvus is able to pinpoint it very precisely to Telde.
Okay.
Take care. You can heal still, right?
Telde said he could only take one.
Yeah.
Go.
I will actually.
Corvus, you go with. We'll catch up then.
Yeah,
Unless you all want to come with. He unsheaths his cane.
Whoever is fastest should go by themselves. I will take the slowest.
Dingus and Dazzle. All right, let's go. And listen.
Grab Carrick. Grab Care.
I was going to say, if you're grabbing me.
You're grabbing Care?
Damn, see people. All right. Yeah.
All right. Dazzle, follow me.
I'll grab Carrick. Just dimension door him out.
Corvus, I'll meet you there. I don't want to try going through there like how I'm feeling.
Cass, you're just running?
Cass is still grabbing stuff. And
do you want to? Do you want? I didn't hear what. Okay, fine.
Who's Telday bouncing out with?
Does Cass count as somebody of the same?
She's medium.
Counts as medium.
Yes.
Yeah, so she does count as the same.
Yeah.
All right. Corvus is taking the other route. They're flying. Just going to put a hand on Cass and go. There is no more time. We must go now.
Goodbye.
Yeah, boof.
Okay.
I need a response before I do anything, though.
Corvus
Cass
slices.
is then grabbing hold of Telday and barreling out her door, dragging him along at full speed.
I am going to improve this.
Goodbye. You've been teleported.
And yeah, I will cast Dimension Door.
Yes.
I'm just as everyone. I'm right now at this point imagining that after the door happens, that Cass is still going full speed.
Yeah.
She don't need to. I can only go 500 feet with it. So.
No. I'm just like suddenly she appears. Who knows?
I mean, with that, you should be able to at least get to there, I would expect. Maybe.
Yeah, so I'm going to go as close as I can remember on a roadway in that
I'd say
direction.
you have been able to see up past the palace, so I say you can actually appear on this sort of pathway very accurately and run the rest of the way.
And since I have rolled and known that location, I can get there with the... Yeah. Okay.
All right, and Care and Gibson going off on some groggily waking pseudo dragons.
Yeah, I'm clutching onto the saddle a little tightly.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, where's
Yes.
Pharrell?
Pharrell is still with you, sort of growling.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure he was accounted and he wasn't.
Carrick, you can hear footsteps actually coming upstairs now, and some sort of yelled orders from guards, and suddenly a couple just sort of burst into the room, swords and shields in hand.
Do they have torches or are they coming in blind?
Yes, in fact, they have, those lovely little shield-mounted sconces.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. But they sort of come to a stop as they see, this filled up and this rather horrific sight inside of it. You hear one of them remember, my God.
Please don't let Talia come in here right now.
She's make sure the girl's kept out, and you hear a sort of affirmative from the hallway as one of the guards actually takes off his helmet and sort of comes on over. What in the hell's happened?
I don't. He came in here without eyes or anything. I luckily woke up and hit him with a spell, but you kept saying about protecting her, and this was
making it sound like you're a bad boyfriend right
from
now.
Morgani or something. I don't know what is going on with him, or what was going on. I don't think he's alive anymore.
The guard looks down at the sort of heart that is just very bloody in this man's hand and nods. Outside, Corvus, you will arrive first.
Mm-hmm.
You can see there are about 3 guards outside of this little house. They are, one of them is currently sort of holding the arms of Talia, who is shaking and sobbing. And a few moments later, running up the street will come Telde and Cass. You see the very same thing, and moments after, flapping through the air.
When we reach altitude, start flying over, I am going to turn over, gargly say, "Here, Rick Beale, tell him something's going on."
Right, and you see Care sort of focus for a moment, and then Rick Beale will actually appear, and
Have I gotten moving a point?
No, you have to stay put because of the info go about you. Yes, you can. You can run pretty rapidly.
I was going to say, it doesn't how long they took.
Yeah.
You have to politely excuse yourself out of a noble's house. It's actually more complicated than you'd think.
Yeah.
It's the slow, fast walk out.
Even with your monk speed and going across rooftops, you will be a little bit behind the flyers because you have
to get out of a noble's house politely.
Yeah. Well, actually, do you want to cause alarm to the basically the poor sort of watchman on the walls?
She probably would have hopped up and just said, "Friend in trouble, be right back," and just hopped off.
Okay. You hear a couple of wait, ma'am, what? And but yeah, you'll get there pretty quickly then.
Corvus will go over to Talia.
She's being about as polite as RG can be, but she also has priority on what she's doing.
And Talia's basically just sort of blubbering at the guards. She keeps sort of turning as if she wants to go in, but she's not putting a lot of force into it.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, at this point, I'm going to pull a blanket up because I'm probably not wearing a whole lot either.
Yeah. What was that, Telday?
I will say to the guards, gentlemen, we need access.
And the guards look over to you, and frankly, you're kind of known at this point. One of them goes, yes, sir, of course. And they just sort of move a bit away from the door, which is open.
After you, Cassiopeia.
Cass is going ahead in.
And you trying to check over Talia Corvus?
Corvus is going to pull Talia away from the guard and kind of keep her from not looking towards the building. Talia, are you okay?
His face is...
Talia, look, are you okay?
Oh, God.
So she looks at you, Corvus.
Black eyes. Oh, God.
And her eyes actually widen.
Oh, God.
I'm going to slip my ring on, and then I'm going to pull off my cloak and wrap it around her.
Yeah.
And I go, Talia, it's okay. It's us. It's okay. It's okay.
It's fine. Via here is Carrico Rider. You're fine. They will take care of it. I am more concerned for you at the moment.
And she has to look away from you, Corvus. And
don't look over here, sweetie. Don't look over here, sweetie.
There's definite horror looking at your eyes, as if it's now reminding her of something.
And I'm gonna pull her close.
Yeah, she's actually just gonna bury in against you, Gifton.
Okay, it's okay. Here. Let me get you covered up. Okay. Yeah. All right, just breathe. All right, Corvus, just look her over. I'll hold her.
Corvus will realize the visage that he's probably putting on and somewhat cover his brow for a moment before nodding. Said, "Right, of course." And just obviously she's okay, but he's just trying to do shock. Gifton, just keep her calm and hold her. I'll see what's going on upstairs.
Meanwhile, Telday, you head on up. Cass, are you going in?
She went in first.
Yeah.
Made sure she went first.
Yeah. Okay. Little bit tight confines, Cass. Going upstairs is a concern in itself. As I said, this is a small house, and it is those small, narrow staircases.
The baker never came visiting very often.
No, oh god, the baker has never been in here.
Yep, we're dimension dooring out here. Got it.
And as you sort of head on up, the guards look a little surprised upstairs, but you sort of let through. Inside, Carrick, the guardsman with his helmet off, he sort of heads on up and goes, I need you to lower your field, sir.
I understand, and I'm gonna let the wall fall.
Explosion.
And Cass and Telday, as you sort of enter the room, you can see this guard leaning, sort of starting to kneel down.
I would not advise touching it.
And
I suck at that from downstairs.
His hand pauses. I need to check the body.
Are you able to detect magic or any potential poisons or diseases?
I can. Outside.
From outside.
No.
Then you may not want to risk yourself.
And he's going to actually... when Telday says that, he actually looks over to you, Carrick, and goes, You think this is magical in nature?
It could be. If looks to the rest of the party can help.
I'm gonna pull the wand out and hand it to Care.
Do you want me to take this up?
Yeah, take this up, please.
Yeah, he's outside.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was Care.
Yeah,
So
and
Care.
Care will head on in, and he comes on up with you, Corvus, bringing this wand over to Carrick.
Oh, I guess this is a start. I'm gonna do a very familiar motion with it and cast Detect Magic.
There is no magical residue from him.
I would suggest that Corvus look at the body next.
Yes, that's just what I'm doing now. As he is kneeling down.
Corvus, you head on over to the body, and as you kneel down to inspect it, that chest cavity ripped open that everyone sees, what you see is a dark void.
Do you see anything particularly unusual?
He's looking around for something. He's going to pull out a scalpel from his kit, pushing it to the void.
Okay, you see it sort of sink into this void. Everyone else, he is sinking that scalpel into lung.
I am guessing there is more than.
He's going to lean down to expect further, not going towards it, but based off of anatomy, should there be something in here? Anywhere?
Yes, there should be. There should be like the back of his rib cage, lungs, muscle, basically the entire back of the inner, the innards of the back of the body. There should be a lot there.
He's going to stand back up. Carrick, do that thing again. Seal it up. Seal it up.
The wall?
Yeah, that. Contain it.
Okay. Gonna go down to 5 charges left and stick. Good wall again. Now that it's back up, what?
He has no insights. There is an absence of everything. It is just a dark, endless void. There is no rib cage. There is no backbone.
I can see a lung. You were cutting into it a moment ago.
Yes, you may see it. I see nothing.
Are you looking at your scalpel, Corvus?
He's going to look at a scalpel.
It's bloody.
Well, it's gray, I guess.
Yeah, there's liquid on it. Yeah.
There
is some sort of effect imposed on the body. It is insides, obviously, but there is something also there that is not being capable to be seen by the rest of you.
Is it?
There is a void darkness that shadowed everything else, but obviously there is something physical. There's blood on the scalpel. You all saw organs.
What do you see when you look at the heart?
Heart.
You're looking over at the heart?
Yeah.
There's the heart.
That is a heart.
Okay.
It's whatever he has possibly become or was a part of. There is something lingering inside. That's why I wanted you to seal it back up, because I don't know what that is. I don't know if it can leak out. I don't know if it can go into someone else. Think of it as, let's just call it a disease for now.
Well, we found the missing priest.
Well, it's going to need to look over to whatever is missing, or
which will be
not missing. It is there, but there is a hole.
Excuse me,
there is
doctor. Yes.
Yes.
We need to secure this body. We can't keep it locked in a field indefinitely.
No, but it needs to be secured appropriately and contained, controlled.
Yes, I'm going to be sending one of my men back to get one of our mages. Can you give me
Good.
anything now?
You guys want me to come look?
There is a dead body that has
Ma'am,
obviously scarring, and but he's just going to start rattling on.
yeah, one of the guards outside will actually sort of come over to you, Gifton, and goes, I can take her, ma'am.
Okay.
I'd do that with RG, but yeah.
Okay.
Do
Hi, RG.
you want to take over, Raji?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, you go up. You're magic, I'm not.
Yeah. I'll go do the crazy eyesight thing. Maybe I can see something Corvus can't. Okay.
Corvus, is it like the path?
It's as empty as it.
I'm gonna come upstairs.
Like
Gifton enters the room.
It's like
This room is fucking crowded now, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
like
gonna
a pot.
Gifted, remove your ring quickly. We need it less. Oh wait, good. You took it.
You want
Pseudo
to do
dragon
Divine
here,
Sense?
Yep.
Gifton, you try to channel this divine energy, and you can feel a sort of very faint inkling of it. You get those very faint outlines, but they fade within moments. And even doing that leaves you feeling a little tired, more so.
Yeah, I wobble a bit and I try again.
And nothing happens the second time.
Oh no.
You're all right, Gifton? Care comes out sort of beside you.
I can't see.
What do you mean you can't see?
I can't. I can't
wave
see you.
at Gifton.
Not.
You can't see.
Gifton, I know you're lighthearted and this is funny, but I am not blind.
I believe she means her sight.
Oh,
The auras.
Oh, you're doing that special stuff.
Yeah. I can't.
Maybe.
I can't help you. I'm sorry, Carrick,
maybe
and I'm gonna excuse myself downstairs.
Care will sort of come with you.
Cat, maybe she's just recovering from what all happened.
Yeah, it's just going to take a bit of time.
Just let her know that. But yes, Carrick, it is. A hypothesis. Yes, it is. It is part of that. It is empty. It is devoid of everything. But obviously, you see stuff. But I see nothing. I see the nothing that is. That place was.
You sort of gesturing this as you're sort of explaining this, Corvus.
Yes.
Yeah, I can picture it. But as you,
I am waving my hand around.
as he's doing so, sort of glancing over it as he's saying, that void is diminishing.
Fading now.
I am going to get. He said it looked like the endless. What do we call it? Yeah,
Empty.
Just a curiosity, I'm gonna go in.
Start
Inoki
yelling into the chest cavity.
No, I'm gonna from where I am in Inoki and go. Are you here? And see if I get a response.
Corvus.
Mm-hmm.
When Carrick says that, the room is suddenly filled with eyes. Every shadow in the corner, everything being touched by torchlight. There are eyes opening.
Corvus falls over.
Red and staring in towards Carrick.
Red staring eyes. He can see in color.
Does he actually fall over?
Yes.
Corvus looks very taken aback by something
The subtle thing, seeing a figure move in the darkness is one thing. Seeing everything just bloom with eyeballs is a completely different thing.
Gonna move immediately to his side, put a hand on his shoulder.
This is going to be the jump conclusion for Carrick. Carrick doesn't know what's going on. Did the void change?
No, there is eyeballs everywhere now.
Do you require medical assistance?
The guards look concerned.
Shut
Okay.
up.
Okay, we're not going to be trying that right now. Okay, got it.
Yeah, stop whatever that was. Stop whatever
And-
babble was coming out of your mouth.
The eyes slowly close, and that void in the chest cavity vanishes.
Okay, it's gone. It's all gone
What?
now.
Everything?
The void, the chest void, and the walls of eyes and shadows.
Okay,
was
this is all
crazy, guys.
sounding a little over the top.
Yes, I am going to remove him from the room at this time.
Please do,
and
sir.
I will take Carrick into another room. Cassiopeia will stay here to ensure that there is no trouble.
If
Is that fine with you?
He looks over at Cass. As long as she stays out the way. No offense, ma'am, but
would you like the wall taken back down, sir?
please.
Yes, and he's gonna drop the wall. I think it's best if I go down and see Talia.
Don't leave.
I will. And
Okay, Talia, you can release my soldiers. Pointless
You are
now.
going to come downstairs.
I can go downstairs by myself, okay? There was a bit of a freak out, I know, but if you don't see it, then...
Quiet right now. You have guards who are getting quite antsy.
Well, it's a very
Which-
antsy situation
Actually,
for
The
me
guards
right now.
do look very anti-Corvus. Talia is very correct.
sir, before I go
Gifton
down,
has gone outside and sat down next to RG and just kind of leaned on RG.
real quick.
Was that Carrick?
I'm to the guard. Before I step out of the room, can I at least put on some quick clothes?
Yes.
He's gonna toss on shirt and pants real quick, and head down. After he drops the wall, he's gonna head down. He's
He's down there, basically got kind of Talia in one arm and Gifted in the other.
He's
And just kind of
keeping the staff, but he'd not take any of the rest of his stuff.
Talia is stopped sobbing quite so loudly. She's still shaking a bit. But she's not really talking.
Come on, Varel.
Yeah, Pharrell actually follows Carrick out the room. It's still Pharrell actually does a sort of little back out, still staring at the body, grrring,
Grr.
and
Are you
then
just gonna
quickly
try to
follows.
just kind of quietly go, "Hey, feeling okay? I know it's a lot. Just okay." To Talia.
His face. Oh my God, his face.
I didn't
Don't
see
think
it.
about
but
it.
I'll take your word for it. Just
Don't
Do you
think
want-
about it. He wouldn't want you to think about it, okay?
do you want somewhere else to sleep tonight?
There's a very quick nod.
Alright, you're gonna come back with us after the guards let us go. We'll get some of your things, and you don't go in there. You don't have to go in and see that, okay?
She nods again, and as
I was gonna say, Gifton, if they want somewhere they can feel good and safe, I can probably see if there's an extra room. They can even just have the room I'm in at my place. Big, lots of guards, that sort of thing.
Me and Care can move into the Vardo, no problem, and they can have our room.
You do have the largest bed.
We do have the biggest bed, yeah.
Either way you want.
Carrick, as you come out, Talia's going to look over at you tearfully. Is it? What is he?
I'm gonna come over and give her a hug.
And she holds on tightly to you. What happened?
He is at peace now.
And the rest of you see her face sort of, scrunch up, her eyes closing tightly, as she's racked with sobs again, clinging tightly to Carrick. Eventually, the guard who had been doing most of the talking will come downstairs, and he takes a deep breath and right. I'm going to need a couple of statements.
Absolutely. I understand.
And he looks at Talia, and perhaps just yours for now, sir.
That's probably for the best.
Are any of the neighbors coming by?
Yeah, there are not exactly coming by, but there are sort of doors creaked open, candles lit up in windows.
Mm-hmm.
That's a crap perception roll. I'm just making sure that I don't notice the old lady, the old.
I will if I was gonna say if anybody looks like they're watching for a bit, I'm gonna kind of sneak over to them and ask if they could spare a blanket for Talia. She's kind of only wrapped in my cloak right now.
And you head over, and there's a sort of young, fair-haired woman, human, and she, of course, 1 moment. And she comes back out with what looks like to be a throw, that you do over a sofa or something.
Mm-hmm. I'll give her 5 copper for it really quick, and then
please, it's fine. And she actually looks concerned, looking over towards where Talia is.
And I'll nod and I'll go. Pretty rough night, and then I'm gonna go bundle her up with the blanket.
Okay, and that's the opportunity the guard sort of uses to try and take Carrick away. It's a little hard to pull Talia away from Carrick for a moment.
I'll be right back.
But with his reassurance, you're able to get her away, Gifton, and get her covered up.
I'm also going to ask one of the guards if they could go up and get her some of her clothes, so we could try and get her dressed.
Yes, ma'am. We'll see what we can take out. And as you sort of lead her away, you actually see more guards coming down the street now after the messenger was sent out, including what looks like to be a robed figure who is led in. The head guard here, Carrick, takes you aside. Right, as clearly as you can, what exactly happened?
We were asleep in bed, and I woke up to hearing creaking floorboards, and I spotted a man with a knife, tattered robes, out of character. Did I see there was no eyes? I can't remember.
Yeah, you saw there was no eyes.
Without any eyes and
lips.
Yeah, no lips, and struck out before they could attack us. Upstairs in my bags has my letter for being certified mage, and then used my staff to paralyze and then wall him in. After trying to get the knife away, he tried to stab at me. Wasn't strong at the beginning, but I don't know what happened after I used the wall. And I'm gonna go into the basics of what he said. I'm not gonna go super in depth because there's a lot there.
Yeah. Okay, so you basically give a recollection as best you can. Right, and you didn't see him enter?
I did not. I mean, I never met the man before. He went missing before I showed up here, but I believe that is her father, so it was his house. He knew his way around.
Do you know why he would have any reason to attack you or his daughter?
Should say he was acting insane.
He was,
and then he ripped his own heart out.
He was acting completely crazy and insane, and there's nobody's around to see the moment of, oh, I need to talk to someone soon.
It's that sort of look of realization on your face. He frowns at it and goes, "Sir, is there something you're not telling me?"
this isn't the only. We had a previous town we were in that had a priestess of Morgani disappear. If something like this was to happen back there, after this, I need to make sure whenever we get in contact with our contact back in that town, just as to make sure that everything's fine.
Okay, well, for a moment, sir, you may return to. Well, do you have a place to go?
We can go back to the tavern the rest of the group's staying at. I have a feel. I don't think Talia should go. Should stay here.
No, I don't want anyone in here, sir.
Are we allowed to gather our stuff, or shall we wait?
I'll have one of my men bring your things down.
Okay.
And you are return to your tavern. Don't leave town.
We will not be.
I know who you are, so you are being given some leeway here.
Understandable. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Right, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Would you like an escort?
I think we can handle that, sir. Thank you.
Right.
Before he finishes up with Kara, Corpus is going to stand up and go to Care.
Yes.
Is your looking up friend around?
Yeah, he said he was going to give word to our mutual friend.
Can you get him here? I want to try something before I forget it.
You see him sort of closing his eyes a little bit, as if he is actually communicating with his little familiar. And before he goes, he says that his master can't come here.
Yeah, just Rickbill.
Just Rickbill?
It's...
Okay. Right, sure.
Out in the open.
Well, he's invisible, isn't he?
Not when I first summoned him, no.
Let's go somewhere. Fine. Let's do it later in the tavern. Hopefully I can remember it still.
Let's get her out of here, right?
Yes. Aji, is she gonna come back with us or go to your estate or your family's estate?
I think she's going back to the tavern.
I think it'd be good to have a lot of eyes watching.
Eyes. eyes.
And eventually a guard has come down with basically a very badly packed bag of her things, but a bag nonetheless. And your bag is brought down. Is this yours, sir?
Yes. It's actually be 2 bags, technically.
2 bags, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Those are mine.
Okay. Alright. He sort of... The guard looks actually a little disturbed himself, and he just gives you a little nod as he turns back to the crime scene.
Gonna go over. I think it's best that we get back to the tavern now.
And you are able to lead Talia back to the tavern, unless anyone's actually not going back.
Would you prefer if some of us stay at this time?
Who are you asking? Out of character.
I guess the group, if everybody's just generally gathered at this point.
I don't think there's anything we can do right now. I don't think they're going to want us.
If we stay around, we'll look like we're interfering.
Yeah.
I will go gather Pia then.
Oh, Cass would have been led out as well.
Okay.
Once the maid arrived, they need some space in that room, and Cass is space consuming.
I'm gonna look over at Gifton and Sylvan and go, I need to talk to our friend soon, I think.
Who are you saying that to?
I'm saying that I'm directing at Gifton, but I'm saying in Sylvan. So I don't know who else.
I'm just gonna nod because I'm not really sure which friend you mean. We have so many friends at this point.
Our
I'm just nodding.
higher friend.
That's everyone's a Gifton.
I didn't say taller. I said higher.
That's 90% of the people I know.
Once we actually get going away, just because I don't know who. It's one of those things. If I don't know if the guards can speak it or whatnot.
I will say in Sylvan to you, he has been alerted. So.
As we continue on, and I'll go over to Common, I need to get some reports from him, I think.
I'm going to frown at you and look over at Talia and say in Sylvan, focus on the important thing right now. And
yes, in Sylvan, so I think I might know what a connection, and I want to make sure before too long that I see if I can piece it together. But you were right, and I'm gonna just give Talia a squeeze,
and she'll hold on tightly to you.
And I'm going to say very, very plainly in common, you know, when I'm not feeling so good, my big strong husband packs me. I'm just kind of glancing at Carrick sidelong.
Carefully gets a pair of gloves out of one of the bags and puts those on first. Because my strength score without him is horrible.
Yep.
I think that sounds like a good idea, and I'm going to try.
She remains fairly quiet, but she lets you pick her up, and she sort of curls up against you, holding tightly.
Wraps her arm around your neck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask, because he's a dick.
Mm-hmm.
What is Rel doing as I pick her up?
Pharrell seems like he is on guard.
Okay, I was actually a little half expecting to go.
Like,
I'm jealous.
I don't know if you've ever seen a dog when it's on high alert, the way they just keep glancing around as they're moving.
Yes, I have that's the existence of the dog here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I mean, it proves that you shouldn't be a good guard dog.
I'm going to lean on Kara on the way back, and I'm actually probably looking a lot more tired than I was before I went to bed.
Big strong husband carrying you, right? And he's actually going to pull you up into his arms.
Okay. I'm not fighting.
Yeah. Just thank you all for coming.
Of course.
You know we got your back.
And
Care. Use your legs next time. As he walks off.
Did you say care or Carrick?
Care.
Use my legs to pick someone up?
How do you like this? You definitely drop me then.
Carrick's actually going to, because Carrick will actually understand this, because he did help with the tavern. There was lifting and lift with. I think the idea is lift with your legs so you don't hurt your back. I used to get told that in the tavern.
My back's fine.
So that he falls over.
But you'll make your way back to the tavern, and you're able to get Talia situated in a room.
And me and Carol go sleep out in the Verda with the pseudo dragons.
However, as you're sort of getting her upstairs, in the room Corvus was staying in, pacing is Raziel.
Is the door open?
The door is open.
Okay.
Corvus would probably be the first in
because this is something I don't ever remember.
Yeah.
Does it go the brownies room, Corvus in my room,
and then Cassie and RG's room. Yeah.
Okay, so
It's because they were across the hall from us.
Yeah, I always thought the brownies were the furthest one.
The brownies were next door to Carrick and Corvus.
Yes, I know this all too well.
Okay.
But I'm checking which one's first is because he's going to go in there immediately.
Yeah, I'm going into my room. I'm just piling up all my stuff. So.
Yeah.
Get some rest, Talia.
Please don't go.
Okay.
Please.
I will stay.
All right, and I'll close the door with you two in our room. Bye.
Resident's not going to stand there when he hears you all ignoring it, so he'll actually go. Gifton, RG. Got Care's message. All of you here? And he'll actually sort of look on out.
Oh,
We're all here. Carrick's a little indisposed with taking care of things, so
Right.
Yeah.
pass on what's necessary.
let's go somewhere else away from Carrick and Talia. The stable where the bar is.
I would like to talk to Carrick, but I suppose he...
It's the morning.
Yeah.
It's not really feasible right now.
Well, since you are here, I mean, that works. I was going to use your...
How about I'll sub for Carrick, and I'm gonna knock on the door a little bit and hey Talia?
Talia sort of looks up. She's had her head buried against Carrick's chest.
Hey, how about you and I talk for a little bit? Just you and me. Carrick can go get us something to eat really quick. All right, he's gonna be right downstairs. He'll be right back, and I'm gonna sit with you the whole time. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And then I'll go over and assume the position and nod to Carrick. And I'm giving Carrick this look of I'm just very tired.
I'm gonna give Talia a squeeze and a kiss on the forehead, and okay, I'll go. I'm gonna step out of the room, and hopefully someone flags me down.
Well, I literally said I was swapping out for you, so yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. So,
and you sort of all head back downstairs. Sigrid is actually going to come out of the back, what leads to their private room in a nightgown, looking very bleary-eyed. What sort of racket? You can't come traipsing in and out at this hour.
Somebody we got attacked, so we had to kind of rush out and help them.
Attack.
Life of adventurers.
I'm sorry.
All right, dears. Just try and keep it down, okay?
We will.
You all okay?
Would
We're all okay.
Get have I seen her drink out of character?
What, Sigrid?
No, Talia.
You seem to have wine and wine basically.
Sigrid, before you go, could I get a little bit of wine and some food so I can take it upstairs?
She looks at you as if you are out of your mind.
If you need to, I can get it, if that's okay with you.
Do you want me serving you food and drink at this hour?
I have... It's not for me.
Your face pretty crestfallen, I'm imagining, Carrick.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Her expression softens for a moment and goes, what happened, dear?
Let's leave that for tomorrow.
Okay, I'll fix you up something real quick then.
Okay, thank you.
Everyone goes to the stables.
I'm taking Raz came down with us?
Yeah.
Also, the main room is basically closed up, and we can just be in there.
We may as well. We've woken her already.
Yeah.
So how much do you know so far?
I know that there is trouble at Talia's.
Corvus is going to unsheath his cane, lay it down on the table.
The idea, my brain just
I know.
Not pulling the blade out of it. It's literally just unhooking the cane from your.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
yes.
I was going to say it, but since you are here now, it may be more reasonable for you to say it. Say what you said in the room before I freaked out.
Are you here?
Yes, I am in the same room that you are in right now.
You mean Enochian?
Yes, whatever you said in that.
Eric's gonna Enochian go, are you here?
I feel so bad for Raz. He's pointedly asked you guys something and you're on another tangent.
Yeah, Raz is just giving you a flummox look and going, yes, I'm here.
He saw something. We found the missing priest. He attacked us. He had no eyes. He had no lips. He was gaunt.
Nothing happened when Carrick said that.
Nothing happened, apart from Raz looking a little frustrated.
Corvus is just going to rub his head.
Yeah,
testing. That's what's... No.
I was able to get the knife away from him and walled him in with a wall of force. He didn't have the strength when I got the knife away from him, but he was able to extract his own heart.
Did you still have the knife?
No,
sure that's at the crime scene.
It was a kitchen knife.
He didn't pick it up. He just
It was a knife. It was one of the house's kitchen knives.
Are you sure it was the kitchen knife?
It looked the same as the ones that I've been using.
That could be lies.
Why would he be telling lies?
Things don't always appear what they are supposed to be.
But it is best to get the clear story and vision from someone completely before you start questioning that.
I'm just running through my thoughts, that's all.
And do it internally, please.
He was saying he was protecting her. He was protecting her from this, and he just motioned everywhere. According to him.
Did he motion everywhere, or did he motion at himself? Because he was talking about the truth, the whole...
Yeah, he motioned to the surroundings, essentially.
Yeah. He thought it was Morgani. Something Corvus saw is making me wonder. I need to take care of Talia. At some point, could I get the reports from the dragon that was killed?
Yes, I can get those for you. This is, as far as I'm aware, reports from other towns do take time to get here, of course, but as far as I'm aware, this is the first of the priests that has re-emerged.
I was going to have Gifton contact the Capes and just see if any word, and to keep an eye out.
It is possible that he has emerged because of the connection.
I'm concerned that what caused this is what caused the dragon to do what it was doing.
Honestly, there might also be the concern of if he was the first one to disappear and now the first one to resurface, the others could be coming.
Right.
Out of character, she said how long he was gone. Didn't she tell me?
Yes.
He wasn't the first to disappear. He was recent.
Yeah, just saying he was after the priestess in Dolphwood.
So it's not in order then.
And that's where I don't want to cause a panic down there, and I know the Capays will keep an eye without.
What are you saying? Did he seem lucid or did he seem crazed?
Both.
Both.
I hate to say it. He spoke lucidly, but
what he was saying was correct.
I've got keen mind.
Mm-hmm.
I also have the ability to imitate.
You can replicate it perfectly if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna literally basically play back what was said. I'm concerned that this is not going to be the last, but I'm also not sure if it's because of me being around.
There have been reports from towns where you've not been near missing priests.
I'm not the missing. Wait, other Morgani or other
Morgani.
I'm more concerned that the reappearance.
I would chalk this up to the connection with his daughter. No offense to you.
Did he seem like fully aware you're there or surprised?
Out of character.
He didn't seem surprised. The fact that you were there seemed like an almost inconsequential thing to him. When you woke up, he was clearly looking at his daughter.
His focus was on Talia.
Then yeah, Bleacher Telde's right that you weren't really part of the equation. You're just. It's good that you were there, but I don't think he was there because he.
And it does help.
What you might want to do, Carrot, and this is a good suggestion, is maybe see if you can do like an it roll, or your keen mind. You might just want to reiterate what he said about like it's gonna find you too, the truth.
But I did the whole
Which
thing.
Raziel just looks like he's thinking. You had dreams, right?
I did, yes. My grandmother is using her power to protect me from them. If they're also tied to the dreamer, I've had direct contact, I believe, with them, though.
He opens his mouth as if he's about to ask you something before he sighs and sort of rubs his temple. Oh, no. Okay, right. Just keep yourself safe, Carrick.
Well,
that was a very loose end that happened.
And what do you mean?
You know that we were going through the same motions that we had always done prior to everything. On our return trip to the library and the aspect of repeating these motions, it seems that the entities in that place were not affected, and likely reason why Hea was not affected. They remembered we've already done this, and they pressed a little closer, and our dear friend Carrick imbibed them. Humored them, turned around.
The only thing I can seem to get is I don't know if it doesn't exist in time like what we see because it doesn't know of it, or because it truly exists outside of everything.
Carrick, it's something else. I wanted to stop asking you all to do dangerous things on my behalf, but I think would you be willing to experience your dreams again? I'm not confident that it's safe to do so.
I will admit this will take some convincing of my grandmother, I'm pretty sure, to lower her protection, even if just temporarily.
Is there a way that we could provide assistance?
I think... I think this is out of hand right now. What you can do for me is... And he actually glances over at Carrick. You can watch him, and you can watch her.
I mean, if he attempts to relive the dreams.
I don't want him to relive them. I want him to experience them further. Let them back in.
They were progressing.
I want to see where that progression goes, but I suppose make sure he doesn't sleep alone. Keep an eye out if he is going to experience them, that his mental fortitude holds.
Corvus will roll an insight on Raz about him wanting to have him go further with the dreams.
Okay, go ahead. He seems to be saying this very, very reluctantly.
Out of concern?
It looks like genuine concern.
What do you hope to glean from some the dreams?
I always hope to glean information.
Is it because of what he has made contact with, or from what he has previously experienced?
There's clearly some link here, whatever it is. Dreams can be prophetic, they can be portents, they can reveal things that you don't know yourself consciously. Whatever it is, it's information.
I'm willing to try, but for right now, it may be best not to until I can get Talia to calm down after all this.
Yes. Do it how you deem safe, Carrick. I don't want to be asking you to do this at all.
Can you, in addition to any information from the dragon, the slaying, anything, also get me the reports of the other priests that have been coming in?
From this point on, I'll make some god-awful excuse. You'll be a consultant, whatever, but I'll get you the reports.
Thank you.
The meeting, I was supposed to contact you tomorrow about the meeting. Do you all feel up to that still?
Some of us more than others, I imagine.
Perhaps if you just send a couple of you. I understand if you want to attend to Talia.
Thank you.
You have time in
When
mind?
is it?
Yes, it's supposed to be at 4 p.m.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Yes, I pushed heavily to get it as soon as possible today. I am slightly regretting that now.
It needs to be done.
It is of most importance to Tao's Day, and the rest of us can sit in, of course.
Yes, Jensen told me that Nathaniel wants to be in attendance. I assume that comes from you, Tode?
I had been meaning to speak about that this morning, but obviously, yes. We shall discuss that now. He had requested to be involved in the meeting.
Is he the one that's taking charge? That's the kind of in charge now of them?
He's the representative.
It's probably good if...
I think it's a fair request.
Mm-hmm. I mean, being there when people are deciding the quote-unquote fate of your people is probably helpful.
Right. Gifton, Talia is actually going to sort of fall asleep. There is actually a bit more crying first, but
yeah, I will stay there with her.
Is there more that I should know, Rose?
no, unfortunately not. There's. If I had more to share, I would share.
It might be for the best. I take it that by now Sigrid has brought the stuff out?
Yeah, you saw her sort of come out, giving a concerned look towards all of you, but she took it upstairs, and Gifton, after Talia was already asleep, unfortunately, you see Sigrid just sort of peeking her head round with a little platter.
Yeah, I'll give her a sad smile and nod, and I'll look over the door and whisper, poor thing's father died very violently.
Oh, God, the poor love.
I think I got her calmed down, but let Carrick know I got her asleep.
Of course. Do you want me to watch her, dear? You look shattered.
If you don't mind for a minute, I'm just so tired. So tired. Smiles and puts a hand on Sigrid's shoulder, and
Sigrid will actually pull you in for a quick hug. You know, which is shorter than you, which is a novelty. But she gives you a squeeze and goes, "You go on then, dear. I'll keep an eye on her."
I'll nod and I'll slowly start coming down the stairs.
And as you come down, Raziel and Care sort of glance up towards you. Care immediately sort of gets up and comes on over to you and wraps an arm around you.
I will gratefully lean into Care.
Gifton, how are you feeling? Raziel asks.
Worse.
I imagine it's quite the unpleasant night. Except you're... And you can see him actually looking at you with concern now.
I can't see the lights anymore.
No.
Everything's darker.
And his eyes are sort of flittering over your form before he actually gets up as well. And he walks over to you. And I can't see much of anything. But a glimmer. You must have expended far too much.
I'll figure it out. I'll be okay. I'll give him a weak smile.
And
should get back upstairs.
yeah, of course. I think our discussion's basically done.
She's asleep upstairs, Carrick. Sigrid's watching her.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go up and shoo Sigrid.
Yeah. Sigrid will, she'll actually, as she sort of gets up, she'll squeeze your hand, Carrick, and pat your forearm. As she heads on out.
I'm gonna drink of some of that wine before I go up.
I'm gonna give Raz a hug, and
he actually hugs you very tightly, Gifton.
Oh,
am I okay?
My brother's finally learned how to hug.
What was that, Carrick?
Am I okay to step away from
Yes, you can step away for a bit.
Bio break.
Yeah. And Raziel chuckles softly.
I'm still gonna call you that, right? Oh, we didn't even have that conversation, did we? Oh God, I've got to be the most. Oh, Gifton, I'm so sorry.
Dear little sister, you can call me whatever you want.
All right.
As long as it's not Jimmy, okay?
Why would I? Who's calling you that? I'll fuck him for you.
Always looking out for me, and he squeezes your shoulder.
I'll be fine. I need to rest. I tried to go look at what happened, and there's just nothing there.
Give it time. What's there needs to recover, right?
Yeah. It's. It's fine.
And he nods, and there's a glimmer of doubt on his face as he does so, but he smiles at you.
And I'm going to pat the side of his face. And if it doesn't, I'm still pretty amazing.
Of course, the most amazing person I've met.
Yeah.
Right. Mr. Brockren, you better take care of her well. Consider your charge reinstated. And,
oh, don't you do that to him again.
I'll do what I want, thank you.
Oh, yes, sir.
Corvus grimaces.
Yeah. And Raziel just sort of rubs his face a bit. Right, I'm not sure how much in the loop I'll be kept on this investigation, but I will get whatever information I can, and I will bring it to all of you, right?
Of course. I trust you.
Okay. Figure out which of you will be attending the meeting tomorrow.
Is it a meeting?
Oh, yes, the settlement meeting. I pushed to get it done early. It's foolish me.
Well, that's actually quite good. We should get everything we can done so everyone can just start preparing for whatever's going to come. Okay? Yes. That's good. It's good that it's going to get done tomorrow.
Yes, 4 p.m.
All right. We're having early tea with Lady Gentle. We should be fine. I kind of give a bit of a laugh. Oh, she is going to be really surprised when she sees me.
I tell you what. Would you mind extending her an olive branch on my behalf and perhaps tell her I'd be interested in a talk myself at some point?
Oh, well, you're not going to go see her without a strong brownie bodyguard.
Of course, my brave protector. But they have access to information I do not.
And last time around, I don't remember if we told you, she had a book she can't look at. She looked at and it burned her eyes out. And it has like weird text in it. And she thought I could look at it. And I think, RG, you said that was the book that she sent with us, right? The Seraphim...
Codex Seraphinius.
Yeah, and it was supposed to have something about backdoors into heaven and
yes,
stuff
that is
like
my
that.
book. She has it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, she has it and she wanted help translating it. For me.
There's a brief gritting of teeth. Then I would be very interested in talking to her, and perhaps I can arrange an exchange of information.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Gifton.
Remember, just don't go into it hostile.
Gifton. I'm sure it would be fine, but just in case, please do not look in that book now.
Gifton's face actually falls a little bit. You think?
I don't know. I don't think so, but just in case, I don't know how much of your fortitude is tied into you can read again when you recover.
Are we without Sigrid right now?
Yeah, Sigrid is not here.
I'm going to wince a bit and go, could you have Rick Bill talk really quick?
Of course, Ricky.
Ricky.
I love
Ricky.
that name.
I'm just going to put curse and cover her ears.
Oh, Ricky.
And Rick Beale sort of glimmers into existence, you know, that fake cloak dropping.
Gifton gives an immediately smile because she loves seeing Rick Beale.
And then there's just a tentative.
More bright lights.
Hello. And Gifton.
Hello. Mm-hmm.
There's like a little bit of a screech to it that you don't remember perceiving before, but you can hear him just fine.
I'm going to frown a bit and go, it's worse than the first time, but I can still hear him fine. It doesn't hurt. I'm not hurt.
Then that's good.
Yeah.
Arju's in the corner just muttering, going, boy, I like when you bring the fireball into the room to scream at me.
At least I haven't got that problem with them.
Rick,
And Corvus.
It's Rick and Morty's son rising up, screaming its head off.
Corvus.
Yes.
Looking at Rick Beale.
Not trying to, but
you gonna deliberately avoid looking at him?
he will do a
I thought you
cursory.
wanted to see him.
I did. But it's still a bright light.
Oh.
I imagine.
But are you trying to look at him?
Yes. He's curious.
You can actually make out more of Rick Beale's form through that bright light.
Mm-hmm.
That fire is full of staring eyes.
He has this weird expression on his face now.
Thank you, Rick Beale. I'm sorry to have interrupted you. I just
where are the eyes
Are
staring?
you okay?
Everywhere, Corvus.
Everywhere.
Okay.
And Rick Beale sort of seems to regard you, Gifton. And Corvus, you can actually see quite a few of those eyes actually focusing on Gifton. Maybe explaining the uncanny feeling of being watched around him sometimes.
Damnedest thing, that.
And there is that unfortunate piercing for a lot of people again. As he goes, you are never interrupting.
Bright light and screeching.
All right, I will avoid looking in the book until I have more fully recovered. Will that do all right for you? I'm pretty sure you'll just get your book back at this rate. I smile. Wouldn't be surprised.
We'll see about that.
You wrote a book. What is it? What is it about? Is it fun? I just kind of like you wrote a book.
It's about how to wage war in heaven.
Oh, she was asking me a lot of vaguely lolling questions.
That's a very pointed book.
I wrote a lot about them in there.
Well, shit, I think she had some major curiosities because of... And I frown.
Well, maybe it's best that you haven't read my diary yet, he says with a sort of a humorless smile.
Don't.
Oh, it's your diary. Now I really want to read it.
Diary.
Are you people put a heart on top of the eyes?
Oh no. My O's though heart shaped.
You put an eyeball?
Oh yes. Don't ask where they got their mark.
We actually have a list of the books that she has in her little hidden vault. If you're interested.
Yes, I would be actually.
Yeah. And I will supply the list because I think we had it written down. So I'll give him the list. And go. She's got this hidden away in her little vault, apparently. So.
Oh, wonderful.
Corvus, you're on my side, aren't you?
Yes, you're just too damn bright.
Close your eyes, then, man.
I can't. It doesn't.
Oh, God,
I was just
I'm
saying,
starting
is
to
this
sound like Stenhouse. Oh.
out of character? I'm saying I could go, since I'm not there, bright mentally or luminary.
Luminary.
Yes.
Corvus, you wanted to be able to see things that you couldn't see. You're finally getting to see him in all his glory.
I did warn you against it.
Yeah, it's.
Corvus, I'm jealous.
The dagger cuts both ways, man.
Perhaps you would enjoy dreaming.
Raziel.
Raz, yes, okay, yes, Cole.
Are we shortening to 3 letters now?
GIF.
Gods, no.
GIF.
What is it?
Shifted.
The party didn't explain it, and this is because it was my own ramblings, I suppose. But I apologize for my momentary outburst, but I was thinking a lot. So now seeing your friend Rick Bill, when Carrick says those words at the body, after being described that it has that void within its chest, what Rick Bill is?
The energy you said?
Yes, what Rick Bill is, all of that was all over the room.
Gears and fire?
No, the eyes, just blackness and eyes. It was like reverse of what Rick Bill is currently.
You'll find that depiction on many of us.
Yeah, but it came out.
Oh,
You are well aware of what the empty is.
Yes,
Oh.
I am.
You know that you were warned that you would perceive entities.
Yes.
Corvus, sweetie. And I'm like stumbling over and lightly patting. There's probably some dead nearest angels in there, and they probably hurt.
There's a dead lot of angels in there.
Yes, so it probably could perceive through that gap, and that's probably what you perceived with your newfound ability. So you probably were basically yelling down the rabbit hole when you were calling out with that, or when you had Carrick call out like that.
I connected that, but yes, my only concern is that if that can manifest just innately as being part of what the MT is and Carrick's
what you're seeing
into it, let me finish, please. The thing that contacted Carrick in there, the thing that had the conversation with him, the thing that tried to assume a presence. Yes, there's been talk about it being the dreamer. What if it tries to do what those angels did when Carrick shouted down the hole?
No, that's the thing is I think you're misreading what happened. You are seeing what is there and also what is here, and they're overlaying onto each other in a way that you can understand. He yelled into the hole in the empty. What you saw was something in the empty looking around in the empty for what that voice was. It wasn't in the room. It was in the same place as the room, in the empty. I think that's what happened.
She has the right of it. They are always everywhere, Corvus. You are but one fail away from the graveyard of my dead brothers and sisters. You call through a little hole through that fail. You glimpse through that fail.
And I might be wrong, but I think
I understand that yes, there is a weakness that I can see now. I can see the meld of these two. What I am worried about is what was trying to manifest.
Nothing was trying to manifest.
That's the thing is I don't think anything was trying to manifest. I think it was you were seeing what it was looking for.
Nothing is manifesting. It's already manifested.
What has?
What Carrick connected to in that place assumed something to talk to him, to speak with him, to engage in a conversation about existing.
If something is speaking in there, as I've been told, it is not one of my dead siblings.
So it's not any of the dead siblings we have to worry about. It's just things that makes up that, a bigger thing. Mm-hmm. A fraction of the dreamer, yes?
Yes.
I'm sure.
You've
and now
said that you want to establish contact with it.
Yes, not that directly.
Why not?
Because if we're trying to figure out to stop it from doing what it's trying to do to this place, why do we want it to bring its ire now?
But we don't know what it's trying to do. We're just trying to find out what it wants.
Now it is curious.
Right.
Yeah?
I'm trying to get this straight. You're rambling at the group, trying to explain why we shouldn't do something, when you are the one that directed that action.
What action? Action to try to learn about it without making contact of it. It's called observations.
We've already made contact.
And
then asked Carrick to speak.
I never asked Carrick to speak. He did it.
You did at Tellia's just a bit ago. That's what this is all about, right? Is you're talking about the fact that when you use Carrick to speak into that weird empty hole, the eyeballs showed up. And
out
that
of
freaked you
character,
out, right?
I'll point out that he didn't
Yeah, out of
have me
character.
do
I
that.
did not
I
tell
did that.
Carrick to talk into that hole.
Yeah, that was.
I thought you had him say something. Told him to say something in Enochian. I thought that would happen.
No, that was
No,
that was
he
completely
actually told
Carrick.
him to repeat
Oh,
it.
okay. Oh,
Carrick
yeah.
did that of his own
All
volition.
right, I'm confused then. Sorry,
Okay.
that's completely my bad. So I'm ignoring that. Sorry.
In fact, dial that back then. That's fine.
Yep. All right. So yeah, I'm just going. Okay. Well, I don't know how to puzzle this out. This is something for you and Carrick to figure out.
Well,
but...
I suppose in that case, as has come up before, there's the criticisms of what's being done. What's the solution, Corvus?
The solution is to learn, to figure it out, to understand what people. Let me finish a thought.
No, because it takes you forever to get somewhere, and you ramble on and on endlessly without reaching a point that we can work with, Corvus. There is so little information about this entity. Even in the heavens, there is no information about this entity. How do you expect us to go off course of my plan, save the world by making contact with something, and then say we're not allowed to make contact with it? I am putting my trust in all of you to make this work, but all I am hearing is, no, we shouldn't be doing this. What are we doing then?
We're doing everything we can, and we keep trying.
So here, Carrick, hey, keep it. No.
and I'm gonna put a hand on Raz's shoulder and going, because you know what? Something keeps putting us all together, and something keeps letting us all bumble into all of this. Then she's gonna wave her hand. Bullshit. And I don't think that it's a coincidence anymore. I think that it wants to get heard. And when everything went wrong last time and we scrambled into the empty and I begged you to get us to Tarnstead, I begged Carrick to call it those things and ask them to get us to Tarnstead. They said they would get us to safety, and they took us to Tarnstead, okay? So there is something with thought there, and there's something that can be reasoned with. Because you can't tell me that they didn't take us to Tarnstead to help us last time.
Frankly, I recommend you keep trying to reason with this creature, keep trying to communicate with it, otherwise there is nothing else we can do.
We'll figure it out. The thing is there's no basis for what researching this sort of thing. It's all new and it's all scary, and we're all going to make mistakes, and we just have to try to soldier on.
Yes. And he's actually going to take a deep breath, and then he's actually going to head on over to you, Corvus. And he's going to reach out a hand and put it on your shoulder. I'm sorry. I do not mean to get angry, but I am as scared as I think you are. But you are on a new frontier, and it is a dangerous one, and you have to accept that. We can only deal with what happens when it happens.
Hurdles have to be made.
And Corvus, you are the only person we have access to that can see all this stuff at once. You need to focus on trying to figure out what you can discern from what you're seeing. If you can discern behaviors, if you can discern anything that's different from what is and what isn't, from things that's going on. Because what you saw back there with those eyes that you told us about, that's amazing. It's freaking scary, but you saw it. And
Is there a tentacle just stroking her face at this moment? Huh? Is there a tentacle stroking her face at this moment?
No. I mean, that's amazing because I mean, we would never have known that something like that even happens.
There is a lot. Okay. I get riled up with things that I've tried to understand. I am getting accustomed to what these are, but it's also I've learned something from this. The ways of going about understanding the research and observing and quantifying when it's something that is unquantifiable, there is no basis of understanding, where there is no groundwork to be established. You can't do traditional means to conduct any sort of gathering, so you're throwing around hypotheses that are meaningless because you have nothing to base them upon.
Yep, that sounds about right. That's what I would expect. And that's why I'm going to ask you to do something very, very stupid that probably doesn't mean anything. Go into that Morgani temple and see if you see any more dark spaces. Because he and all those other priests are heavily tied to Morgani. And isn't there like, Carrick told us there's a big black spot in the sky where that constellation was, right? And there's a big black empty spot in the center of that man. If there is anything like that, maybe the books, maybe anything else, maybe it's spreading through the temples. You would probably be the only one who could see it, because Gifton looks a little crestfallen. This is on you. You're going to have to keep an eye out for those kind of things, okay?
There is a wolf man at Illan. Or a wolf thing over...
Oh yeah, the really shaggy guy?
Yeah, there was literally a wolf behind him.
I actually think I got told about this when Gifton did a Divine Sensor. Yeah, you saw that? Oh, good. You know, half the time I think I was crazy, but yeah.
He's harmless. Right.
He's very sweet. But
locks himself up once a month.
Mm-hmm. But check the holy places for those weird emptiness, okay? The only thing we have tying it together right now is Morgani.
Once you have done this, I have a request of all of you. Please take some time. You need to learn what you're seeing, what it means. He says, looking at you, Corvus. You need to get used to this. Otherwise, you will unravel under the pressure of what you're seeing.
I can totally agree with that. I was near my mental breaking point after the ghosts in Dulvewood. I was not okay. That's why I went really heavy into that big book, and then that big book kind of just messed me up worse.
And you, it says actually pointing at you as he talks, Gifton. You need time to recuperate.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how long that's going to take.
I think all of us having a bit of time wouldn't be a bad thing.
You're all going to attend the meeting tomorrow.
We have a nice meeting tomorrow. And
I'm going to keep you in on the loop of things.
And then I'm going to take my husband and we're going to go look at some lovely doll furniture and doll houses, apparently.
You do some shopping, unwind. Mm-hmm. When all said and done, we will prepare you for your settlement and you will start making the journey.
Yes.
Many of us should attend the meeting tomorrow.
Those of you that can, if you need rest, and he looks at you, Gifton, or you feel that there is something more important to be doing, he says, looking at you, Gifton, And I can understand, but I would like as many of you there as possible.
I will stay behind from the meeting tomorrow, but I better see my brother before I leave town.
Of course. I'm sorry if I sound curt. I'm just...
I think we're all a little
Rattled.
tired and rattled and stressed, and we're all on the same team, right?
Yes.
We all want to make this work.
I need a book. A blank book.
Oh, a blank book. Okay, yeah, you need to start keeping a journal for yourself. You could get a really nice diary like somebody else had.
He's just gonna pull out his father's tome and flip to empty page.
Right. Okay, if we are settled, I'm going to go home, and I am going to think about all of this.
You live at the tower, right?
What? No.
You have a home?
Of course I have a home. Appearances, and he sort of gestures at himself.
You have a day job and a home.
Yes, I am General James Roselle.
It is that one right there.
You kidding? No, it's that big motherfucker right there.
No, it's this one.
It may be best not to tell us where that home is, or we may see you more often than you would like.
Tell you what, if you all manage to settle yourselves down and you all behave like good little children, he says with a little bit of humor in his voice, maybe I will let you see my home.
Okay. Hey, do you think that there's any possible way that they would let us buy an airship?
Oh, quite likely. I mean, you are Platinum Rank Defenders at this point.
Oh, great.
What, you don't want to meet another dragon turtle?
I don't feel that I am up to killing another dragon turtle. No, thank you.
Should I be preparing somebody for the commissioning of an airship?
Sure.
That may be a good idea.
I think we probably got a small fortune amassed. Okay. We could probably do something.
I will, tomorrow, after our meeting, see about getting the paperwork started on that.
Are they hard to drive?
Yes.
We may need a crew.
I'll see about a possible crew, and no, it will be better to get one of you trained for operation, or a few of you, in fact. Ha! I am not letting that man near an airship. I trust him with my life, not with something like that. You do realize the Elusive is not his first ship?
I had assumed.
Yes, nor his 6th or 7th, so no.
So you're saying you don't want us to let him take us for a joyride?
No.
I mean, the more important point, he's still alive.
Yes, a testament, I'm sure, but those are expensive.
Hey, Brass, mountain and airships, they don't work. Trust me.
I'm just gonna. Okay, I think we're all very tired.
Right.
So
go to bed, little sister, and the rest of you.
All right, goodbye, brother.
I should probably get back to my grandpa's.
Oh, you're gonna go back? All right.
I mean, I did kind of just jump out of there saying in front of
I'm gonna get a hug from you. So. You know, it's really weird hugging people without the extra appendages anymore.
Well, I think your hug is wonderful all the same. Right. Good night to all of you. Well, good morning at this point, but, well.
Yeah, rest. Okay. All right. Go get your... Do you sleep?
Only as a pleasure. I don't think it'll be happening tonight.
Oh. It is really good.
It is, yes. And he's going to head on out. And the rest of you can eventually filter yourselves off to try and get some rest yourself, and that is where we're going to end this week's session.
I have one more thing to add.
What is your one more thing?
Z.
Yes.
Okay.
And Corvus will start a page.
Oh my gosh.
It just has the word eyes question mark around it.
It just has 1,000 advice drawn on it.
Right.
Drawn on it.
Everyone take... Yes.
It would be the study and understanding of the empty.
Okay.
All right.
Everyone take 5,000 XP.
Yay!
And we will do this
If you
same
insist.
time next week.
Yay! Thank you, Ellie.